Sure, it'll do this Victor.
The latest thing that happens at the castle before everybody is leaving is apparently everybody got home, and that is all good, yeah? And we were able to discuss and decide new things, and Evelyn had a nice chat with her Vata, and Jube, and Stefan, and the rest, and apparently there was a lot of things being talked about, yeah, but in any case, nothing super important as far as I am aware. In any case, after the talk with the people, we all got together and just had to decide what to do next. After a deliberation, we decided that the best route was to help Ragnar on the undead problem he has at his home. So we decided who would go and who would stay, and we decided that Ela and Esteban would go out to see this new area with the undead. Well, the others of us would stay behind and get the stuff ready. Everyone did the packing and the getting and the bed boilers apparently. Lots of odd things were happening. Yeah? People said goodbye to other people, and apparently Jube is getting along with the kitties well. So that is always a good thing, yeah? But as far as I know, the morning is coming and everyone is getting up bright and early to leave this day.
Neat.
Yep, sounds about right. So, everybody rouses from their slumber about 7 a.m. You head down to the main floor of the keep. You guys are used to seeing Davia and Cinder with you, but it's Ayla and Esteban now, so it's a little bit of a difference. Ayla looks a little frazzled. A little different. Just a little bit, though.
Ela, are you doing okay? You look a little, out of place, I suppose.
Oh, yes, I'm fine. How was everyone's sleep last night?
Jube turns red and just goes, fine, and just moves forward.
Looks kind of curiously at that.
Estelan's gonna raise an eyebrow. Assume. Make probably a very accurate assumption and.
Make an insight check.
Sure.
I
mean-
you don't have to.
Ayla like watches Jube walk off and looks towards the other, just like,
Did I ask something wrong?
No.
No.
I think it's just perhaps something he'd like to prefer to keep secret.
All right.
You just look over Jube kind of whistling nonchalantly like that person who's trying to be ignored.
Have we said farewells?
We more or less
Some-
did, yeah.
Some did last night, others may not have. Been kind of off and on, really.
Fair.
But you guys head outside and Esteban or Ayla, did either of you grab anything from what happened last night?
Ooh, grab
The bone.
anything?
Ayla took the bone.
The armor, if that wasn't also grabbed.
So you picked up both?
Just everything.
Well,
Jube,
Yes, Esteban. What is it?
there is an interesting occurrence last night. I was going out for a stroll and with Ayla, and we found an undead. A single one. Nothing to be too bothered with, but it seemingly came towards the town. Luckily, we were there with Guk. I had the feeling that if we were not there, that Guk probably would have died. He seemed pretty beat up from just the attacks from the undead, even
Wait a minute.
though we were there.
There was a random undead in the town. What sort of undead?
It seemed like it could summon some sort of ice magic. Slowed me down for just a bit. Made it hard for me to move faster.
I mean, honestly, Jubei wouldn't know any idea. He looks over. Perhaps Victor would know something about this. This is more his area of expertise.
Perhaps. But they looked very different. I know what the language or where they're from, right? Or where they're best linked to, country-wise, DM.
You can put two and two together.
Okay. I think this creature came from Bifur. Or at least has some resemblance or connection to Bifur.
I'm drawing a blank. Bifur is where Ragnar's from, right?
Yes.
So do you think this was meant for Ragnar then?
I have no idea. But perhaps we could show him.
This
There's
would
an
be-
inscription. Gone.
That would be easy enough. Ragnar is technically with us because he's leaving with us. Ragnar!
Over there at the cart that he bought, since nobody bought a cart, I don't think. Just kind of put some stuff on it. Ah, yes. Jubei.
We have something we need you to look at, please.
What's
I think
that?
Ayla has it right.
Has the what?
She's got the
Does she-
bone.
She's got the bone. Okay. I pull out the armor and I look up down towards Ayla. Can you show him the bone as well?
Yes, she'll take that out.
He looks it over and kind of furrows his brow a bit. He takes the bone and examines it. This isn't good at all. Seems the rumors were true. Somebody found a way around the magic, sealing away the bodies from being reconstituted. Been on death, that is.
How did it get all the way here?
It's a bit of a long journey for one of your undead to make it over, isn't it? I mean, you said it would take us a month.
Yes, came quite a ways.
So,
He
we...
thinks a moment. Probably followed Bjorn then.
Bjorn didn't notice, or no one else noticed an undead following for
A month.
a month. Yes.
Ragnar shrugs. You got me. Couldn't say.
Well, I suppose there's a second possibility. Besides him just following him all the way here.
Teleportation.
That was my fault, yes. If they know of Bjorn and Ragnar, they might have been able to scry on him and send a random teleportation spell towards him.
It seems like a giveaway. I don't know why they would send such a thing for whatever reason.
I mean,
But,
at the same point, why would they send it along the road to chase him down?
I don't think they probably would have sent it. Perhaps it, like they said, there's not really much of a logical explanation for it. But if it wandered here, doesn't seem like it had a goal.
But it was hostile towards you.
It was shambling around, but it didn't seem like it was trying to attack us specifically. Or even the town specifically, right? It was just kind of lingering in the area.
Yeah, and Guck was being territorial.
Yeah, and it was just kind of looking around the area, and Guck was, well, trying to defend the area. So perhaps the aggression was from his part and not the creatures.
From what Victor tells me, many undead go on a bit of autopilot unless they are given a direct order. But if you assault them, they will defend themselves. Perhaps that was the case here.
Perhaps. I would have no other reason to know why how it made its way here.
Indeed. This is
Either
troubling.
case.
Oh,
Either case, I thought it would be a good idea to tell you and perhaps to increase the defenses.
at the very least, yes, maybe increase the defenses around the castle, but we will also have to keep a diligent eye out on the journey. If one came down this way, there may be more.
Hey, it wasn't so tough to deal with.
Indeed.
It was pretty simple.
That is fair, but what if there are, say, a dozen or 100 perhaps?
It's fine.
You
I'll do
guys
it.
also would have noticed that it did seem like it was more damaged than it would have been if it was fresh.
So it already was attacked.
It did seem like it had been through a battle or two already.
If it was, it appeared that it had been wounded when we first saw it, so perhaps it has left bodies. So maybe check within that area of the woods and see if there are any casualties. Because if that thing survived, I would only assume that it either ran away after whatever battles it had,
I will
or
be
it
right back.
killed,
One moment.
Okay.
or it killed whoever troubled it.
I suppose that is possible. I suppose it's also possible it was merely attacked by a beast.
That is very true.
But in any case, we should discover what we can. We'll have Victor and the others to investigate the area to see if anyone is missing and perhaps find anyone who is possibly injured in the area. We unfortunately, I think this is even more urgent for us to move forward as quick as possible.
Indeed. Well, I'm sure we are all ready.
I believe so. I think we are just waiting on the gods to give us a good sign to move forward.
Everyone's turning in their seats, just stare at the guy.
Look at the empty table of empty seat, Nano's empty seat.
So, Jubei, traveling without Davia for, well, a long time, in a while.
Yes, to be honest, this would be the longest me and Davia have been apart since we have met, honestly.
How long have you known each other?
Well, it's been 6 months in game we worked out, Nikki?
Think?
Yeah,
Roughly.
Roughly 6 months or so.
Interesting.
Is it?
That is just my natural response to most things.
Oh, of course. It's very interesting, yes.
Are you alright?
Oh, I am fine, yes. Why would you ask such a thing?
Well, you're quite flushed, so if you're not feeling well, I could perhaps find something to help with fever.
No, I am feeling quite well. Very invigorated.
If you're certain,
Sorry, what'd you say, Nikki? I couldn't hear you.
She said, if you're certain.
Yes, I am very certain that there is nothing wrong with me. Just a little more energized than normal, I suppose.
I'm gonna look between Ayla, Estevan, and then Jubei, and then probably Davia back in the corner somewhere, like waving us off. And
Is
everyone's
Davia
just
even?
gonna... Oh, let's just assume that she is, just for a second. Everyone's just gonna sigh softly. Couples.
What?
Oh, nothing.
Ayla has like a look on her face of like, oh, I get it now.
If we are all ready to get moving forward, I suppose now is better than never.
Jubei says, trying to end the conversation.
I mean, I'm sure we can stay another day for you, Jubei. I'm sure you wouldn't mind.
It is quite all right, Everin. We do need to keep moving. Not that I mind staying with you. No, we must keep moving. This is
Are you
Alright.
sure? I think you'll miss someone.
Jubei's gonna just look over at Everin. He kind of opens his mouth, takes a deep breath, and goes,
You're not wrong there, Everin. But in any case, I do think we have to keep moving.
I know, I'm just poking fun. Let me have my fun, Jubei.
Fortunately, I do believe writing letters should work for now.
Indeed. I will be certain to send them Davia's way. In fact, I do have a bit of a way to take care of these.
he will summon Shitori Toga.
Shitori Toga would be able to fly here, and then after delivering the message, I can path her back to my side.
Oh, that's quite convenient.
I mean, I could always send her a message if you wish.
That is true too. If that might be the...
He kind of looks at,
If things are not dire for...
Private?
Yes.
Grinned at him. I forgot.
In any case, we are all ready to move.
Looks at gods.
I don't know, I find this pretty interesting. Keep going. Alright. So, you guys hop on the cart. Well, some of you do. And you begin your journey out. For the most part, it's so far peaceful through the main road, heading out of your town and about a day or two afterwards. Is there anything anybody wishes to discuss whilst on the road?
How much time is passing?
couple days, he said.
Yeah, probably. Esteban would probably speak up as they're kind of traveling on the road. So, I know it's been a while. It's been some time since the tournament, but has anyone learned anything interesting spell-wise?
Oh, in fact, I have discovered a few new different spells.
Oh?
Indeed. I mean, I could demonstrate, I suppose, on the road.
Sure.
One moment. The first, Jubei will get off his horse. Probably best to get off for this one.
Perhaps we could do it when we know we can probably get a good rest, and you don't need them just in case we get ambushed. Just a precautionary measure.
To be fair, perhaps we could do it. Yes, at nightfall we could do it.
But if you'd like to explain.
Of course, one ability I have learned is I am able to now either reduce the size of myself or another, or enlarge them.
Oh, very interesting.
Ooh.
Quite useful for combat. I believe with it I will be able to be more effective in my way of battling forward. And in fact, if the worst scenario comes down to it, I would be able to grapple a dragon and keep it away from everyone.
That sounds cool.
I feel like the dragon could perhaps. No, you know. No, that's fine.
Well,
Not a large.
I
I think it depends on the size of the dragon.
Indeed, I don't think it would be like an ancient one, but adult might be feasible.
Very good.
The other ability that I have learned is I am now able to focus my power and blast forward a stream of boiling fire.
Interesting. How
Very-
powerful is this stream of fire?
It is
Not fireball.
Oh,
status,
no.
right?
It would be somewhere between a little more powerful than what they call the burning hands,
Okay.
but
Interesting.
reaches a further distance and is more pinpoint accurate.
I don't think it's something that I perhaps would be too interested in, but the enlargement or reduction spell could be something that I might pick up.
Well, if you would like to learn it, I am more than willing to let you once we rest up this night.
I
Very
have some
good.
too.
What sort of spells?
I can open a door and go really, really far away.
I do have that one already.
Hey, mine's better though.
Yours is better than my door.
Are you specifically looking for combat spells?
Particularly, yes.
Oh, well, I do have some I can share.
She kind of like looks on the road that we're traveling on, and like holds her chin thoughtfully.
It might actually take two days, though. Just some of them, and the others another day.
Perhaps.
Did you want them now?
Whenever you have some time.
Isn't everyone traveling on the road currently?
Probably later at night.
I also have one more.
Hmm.
But this is a more innate thing that I can just naturally do. But I can it's still casting it technically. I can call lightning at my will.
But it's not a spell that you've learned. It is sort of a different trait. Correct.
I suppose, yeah, but I can still cast it technically. It does count as that, I suppose.
Perhaps. Yeah, I figured. Perhaps. Maybe demonstrating it and see if it works with the cards. But
Okay.
I'll have you know that dealing with the undead, your lightning bolt was rather useful.
Huh?
When I dealt with the undead last night, I managed to pull your lightning bolt.
Hey, that's good. Means you need another charge of that?
No,
Oh,
it's
okay.
permanent.
Glad I was able to help. Yeah, at least a little bit.
Indeed.
It was rather spectacular.
Everyone just has like the hugest smile on her face now that she's being complimented and not shot by anyone. Jubei, we should keep this group more often.
Jubei looks back and forth like
It isn't exactly my choice to make here. It is who is willing to come, Evelyn.
You two should stay. That would be nice. You too, Ragnar. You can come too.
Thanks.
I thought Cinder was your best friend.
She is, but I was mostly meaning about Davia. She can sometimes be mean to me.
I think she is mean to everyone.
She shoots me repeatedly a lot.
Don't you
Wait, what?
blast her with thunder and lightning?
Oh yes, but she starts it.
I don't think that is.
You know,
okay.
there's a old cadence in my homeland: 2 wrongs don't make a right.
Jubei's
Well,
not
she
gonna
used to always shoot me, and then I was done with it, I guess.
She shot you?
Yeah, she does it all the time.
Oh.
You say that as if that is like a enjoyable thing. It's like, oh, it is not too bad.
Oh no, I don't like it. It hurts.
Well,
Evan, I mean this with utmost respect. You may want to reevaluate your relationship towards more healthier angle.
No, I don't mind. I mean, I shoot her bow with my lightning bolt, as you've seen.
Oh,
this seems like a very volatile friendship.
It's okay. I'm used to it by now.
If you would say so.
Jubei just keeps riding in silence.
Okay. You guys continue along the path for some time. Most of the nights are relatively peaceful. You end up making it to Agarum.
Oh, during the night is when we're sharing our spells, right?
Yeah.
So you guys can take a night to share your spells really quick.
I also have counter spell.
That's
I think-
exactly useful.
Yeah,
for...
you already have it.
um.
I have
So. You have enlarge reduce.
Yep.
Which I will pick up.
Damn
And
useful spell.
I don't think Everin. Yeah, but it's a case of drawing it when I need it,
Yeah,
which
fair
is
enough.
likely never.
Well, I mean, if you draw it in any combat scenario, it's useful to either reduce the
Yeah.
enemy, which is useful.
Yeah. I
have
don't think
Shatter, I have Misty's Step, I have Chaos Bolt, Magic Missile, Mage Armor. I can cast Magic Missile at a higher level if you want me to.
At 4th level?
I can cast it at 4th level for you.
Sure.
Alright. I will do that. I can also
Yep.
cast Lightning Bolt at a 4th level and whatever else you want me to at a 4th level.
I can't replace cards, so unfortunately I don't want too many of. He likes getting a variety of different things.
Alright, I'll
So-
give you my 4th level Magic Missile. I can also give you a 4th level Chaos Bolt, but I don't know if you'd want that.
Probably not. But Magic Missile is a very good spell to have.
Are you also interested in defensive magic?
Yes. But it is a little bit more harder to cast. I did pick up Quentin's Life Transference, which is very interesting.
Okay.
Ella will kind of look between Jubei and Everin for the demonstration, and then stares at Everin finally, snaps her fingers, and this sort of illusionary golden shield appears right in front of her. Shield of Faith.
Ooh.
Probably not. That might be. I know of that spell. That's probably too minor.
Alright.
But thank you.
Yeah. I have another one.
Kind of winces looking over between Everin and Jubei.
This one might be a little uncomfortable. Do you mind with helping with the demonstration?
Of course, if you needed Ayla, I would be more than happy to assist.
Me too.
Okay, it's not painful, just uncomfortable.
She'll outstretch her hand towards Jubei, and then with an open palm, and then clench it down into a tight fist and cast Hold Person.
I also have that one.
Damn it!
That's actually.
What is the flavor of? Is there any flavor to Jubei's enlarge reduce or Everin's magic missile?
Well, I mean, there's not a lot of flavor you can really do. I mean,
Yeah.
Large reduce. You get bigger, you get smaller.
Yeah, but like maybe there's like some sort of sigil that appears or something if there is a flavor effect. But I was just
I mean,
wondering.
if there's a flavor, yeah, no, what would be kind of like the flavor with Jubei's whole new goal, become a warrior of
Tranquility?
tranquility? Yeah, would that be it might be a flavor with that?
Like sword art type things.
Yeah, like
Mm,
Does he cast
for
by
enlarge
slashing?
reduce?
Does he
For-
cast by like slashing like a certain like symbol in the air or something like that? Or I don't know. I was just wondering if
well, no, that
there's
makes
any...
sense. No, probably with his casting due to his ability as a EK for his culture. Probably due to the what the type of warrior his cult, it'd probably be like a. I'd say the enlarge reduce is that he would be the symbol of a sun glows with you because he's from the. That's kind of his order's mark.
I would say they use also a lot of paper cards of sorts.
Actually, it would be kind of funny if it was actually an origami figure you make and then it makes you enlarge.
That'd be pretty cool.
You
Yeah.
can flavor it that way.
Sure, it's an origami thing he makes that he uses to enlarge and reduce.
Okay, cool.
Does Esteban have spiritual weapon?
No, but he is very bonus action economy heavy, so probably would not. pick that up.
Perhaps you'd like this one then, Ragnar says as he begins to cast a spell. There's a sphere, a big stormy sphere that just engulfs the entire party. You're unable to really see through it. As he uses whoops, that is
Storm sphere.
no darkness.
Oh, darkness. As you just kind of like sitting in the darkness. I think I'll give a pass on that one, but thank you, Ragnar.
Actually,
What does Everin's magic missiles look like?
They look like little raindrops, but then like when they hit the person, they kind of like zap them with static electricity. So they look kind of harmless, but in the end, they're actually pretty terrifying because they have pure electrical charge in them.
Okay.
by the way, Nano, since we're talking about magic system, would you be able to make a couple more rolls so he can finally learn his his frickin' order spell to enhance his sword?
You can try.
It's an arcane check?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, Nano, where's the sheet for Zeros?
Oh,
For do what?
Where's the sheet for Zeros and the deities?
I don't know what happened to it. It just fucking vanished.
fucking die, dude.
He's
So,
gone.
That's an Arcana
Just
check of
locked
25,
away.
natural 20.
Yeah, I see that. Make another one.
Hi.
Yeah, I'd say you'd learn it by now.
Yay! I will add that to my spells and replace one of my spells with it.
That is only obtainable by people of your order, though. Before
I
you
do know that.
try to
yes.
give it another way.
Not that it would work for Esteban anyways. It's like, look, I can make your sword more powerful. As he looks at the thing that's probably covered in dust.
I pulls out dagger.
That adds an extra D6 of divine magic, divine damage, wasn't it?
Radiant.
Radiant,
Wait,
yeah.
I have a question. Who's carrying the spear right now?
Think Jube.
Do you have the spear?
Oh, you mean the orb? Or you mean
No, the spear.
Oh, spear! I thought you said sphere.
No, spear.
Yeah, Jube's got the spear.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering who got that.
Well, technically, I haven't been able to attune to it yet because it's a wisdom save to succeed it.
It's a check, not a save.
Oh, check. Sorry, same diff. Yeah, same wisdom check. I meant, not a save. Yeah.
Oh dear. So you're gonna keep trying to attune to it?
Yeah, basically because we worked out that it's most useful for me because I would be able to get the full benefit from it.
Yeah, and I can't use it.
Hmm?
I can't use it.
Yeah, you can. I mean, yeah, you're not a sorcerers can't use spears.
Sadly not.
There's also the option to sell it.
Sorry, it's me. What's this spell called again, Nano?
Fuck, I don't remember.
You got Satoshi Sheet still?
In the old game, let me look.
Fuck, it's like, I love it. It's a concentration spell. I think it's an action to cast, or is it a bonus action, Nano?
It's an action.
Yeah, I figured.
Oh dear, House Clintes is actually close to us.
Yes and no.
It's not that close, but like compared to like all of Osteria, it's pretty close.
Yeah, I don't know where his sheet went in the other game either.
Should I just name it myself? The
Yeah, you can just
Sunblade?
name it. Yeah, you can name it.
I'll call it Sunblade. Makes sense for the order.
Oh, no, maybe he's archived. Oh wow, there's some really old characters in the archive there. Avon, you remember Avon?
Oh, Jesus, yeah. Day one.
Yeah. Krav is in there, so is Oak. Oak 04. Alright. Anyway, you guys reach the city of Agarum. You can travel through the city, or you can kind of go around the outskirts of the city and
Wait, don't
save a little time.
don't they need to be there to like ask someone about the teleportation circlings?
If you want to search for somebody, or you can just put a poster up in the city and tell them to send a message to Victor, go see Victor, whatever.
Probably do that. Do any of you need to stop by Agarum?
I do not think I need anything
Do you think we should stop by and post a flyer up or look for someone to deal with the teleportation circle, or...
That is a more difficult question.
Jimmy kind of rubs his chin.
Probably it is best if we do get a flyer for it. Or I suppose if we have time, we could make a quick search to see if there's someone useful there.
Very well.
But
I would say, like, it's on the way, right? We're going to swing by the town to get there. It's not like we save any time missing it.
You save time by going around it, yes.
How much time? We're talking days, hours?
About considering you're gonna, if you spend time to look, it's gonna cost you a full day. If you go there just to put up a couple of flyers, you'll save about half a day.
I mean, does the day matter in the grand scheme of things, or should we just make haste?
I mean, it could, honestly.
I mean, the other option, of course, is to have is just to get a hold of Victor and ask him to go there and.
That's probably a better idea.
Then he could find someone competent.
Isn't he already full enough with his plates?
Well, I mean, not Victor himself necessarily. They could send Teak or Davia.
Cinder.
Or
Well,
Cinder.
actually, probably not. Don't send to Cinder.
Yes. In any case, there is a castle full of people they could send.
We'll send Gok! I'm sure he'll be... He proved himself to be quite an asset last night, so...
You're gonna send an orc to look for somebody.
Oh, Meeman. Well, Esteban's Meeman. Shall we continue?
I think that would be a fine idea.
Okay. So you guys can send a message whenever. Another day or two goes by, I should say. Most of the stuff you've found that's tried to ambush you has been not that difficult to deal with. But eventually, you do come across a small town that not very many people are in at the moment. The town is larger than the amount of people that are in there, and that seems unusual. Because there's just kind of a elderly man rocking in his chair on a porch as he sees you guys heading into town. And it's getting to be nighttime as you're pulling in.
Well, this looks
So it looks overcrowded, you said, or?
Undercrowded.
It's undercrowded, okay.
it seems a little empty for such a spacious area.
There are houses that have no occupants.
Do
Very
I
unusual.
see anybody on the street?
There's an old guy in a rocker on a porch. You see a couple people on the street, not many.
Jubei will approach the old man on the rocker.
Excuse me, my good citizen.
Hey!
I was hoping to. We were just passing through your town here, and I was curious to see that there seems to be a lot of vacant homes here.
Vacancies. Oh yeah. Well, people are afraid.
May I ask what they are afraid of?
We have a bit of a problem at the lake nearby. A pair of wyverns. I think they're mating. I'm not entirely sure.
Me debating whether Jubei should turn right at that statement or not.
I see. The pair of wyverns.
Mm-hmm.
And the town is obviously.
It's pretty close by.
Jubei
3 miles down that way, and he points over towards the north. We had some adventurers, very scrappy folks. They went by and tried to take care of it. They hadn't come back. Been about a week. I think they're wyvern food right about now.
I see. Chewie looks at the rest of the party, including Ragnar. A small detour perhaps is not bad to do a bit of goodwill here.
Probably
help.
the best.
Indeed, it is merely a 3-mile journey. I mean, it we take us an hour at the most.
But I don't think we should do it right now, though, 'cause it's getting pretty late.
This is true.
Why not? If we fight it,
Here,
and-
let me see whether we do this right now or not, guys.
Fair.
Let's do this right now! Because I succeeded my con save for the day, meaning I got spell slots!
I mean, okay. But I don't know if they'll be flying or anything like that, and I don't have anything that can keep them down or anything. You can try them.
As I said, perhaps with my new spell I will be able to grapple one and keep it to the ground.
Yeah, but do we need, like, torches or anything like that? Because I can't see in the dark.
Jubei cast
You're a
light on his-
demigod and cannot see in the dark.
Thank you.
Jubei cast light on his sword. We do have a light if necessary.
Do your eyes not glow? Stares into like everyone's eye.
Nope.
I thought they glowed.
I wish they could. I looked up everywhere. Demigods cannot see in the dark.
In any case,
Very well.
In any case, the wyvern, if it wishes to attack us, will have to come towards us.
Alright, there are
anyways.
2 of them.
Wyverns, sorry. They will have to come to us. The wyverns, as far as I'm aware, do not have any sort of range capacities.
Is this guy just eavesdropping on the conversation?
You guys are having it right there in front of him.
He looks over the old man. They don't, do they? Start
I
looking at
don't
this
know.
guy suspiciously. You are sure they are wyverns, correct?
Well, dragons, they have 4 legs, wings, and a tail. Yes.
Generally speaking, this is true. Well, wyverns
These
tend to-
things,
Oh.
these things, they only have 2 wings, 2 legs, and a tail.
Yes, that would most definitely be the description of a wyvern.
That could also
Yes.
be a hobby.
No,
That
these
is-
are big lizardy bastards.
It's like I would hope you would be able to tell the difference between a humanoid woman with vulture feathers and a giant lizard.
Just giving examples.
So fair enough. But as far as a lizard-like creature goes, it sounds more likely to be a wyvern than anything else.
Well, if you take care of the wyverns, there's a reward for it.
Well,
And what is that reward?
Well, firstly, you can take the bodies wherever you want. We'll even take them for you. I hear wyverns, they have some useful things about them.
the poison is quite dangerous, I don't know.
Anything else?
There's 500 gold. As well as a weird stick.
A weird stick. A
weird
wand?
stick. Oh, bigger. More like a staff.
Is it
It
magical?
looks like a gnarly tree branch.
In any case, if we get it, it does not hurt. As I said, I would like to help these people if we are able to.
Yeah. I mean, we could fight in moonlight, right? It's not pitch dark. It's fine, like, it's doable. It's not like
It's not a new moon tonight, no, but it's not a full moon either.
I mean, I would once again, like Jubei said, these things are melee based. They're gonna have to get close to us, that or they
Of
just
course,
flee.
we bring light. Yeah.
Great.
All right.
Jubei's got the light spell, so it's gonna be what it always case. Jubei will be the bait.
Jubei wishes he was the bait.
Can wyverns see in the dark? Would I know that, or any of us know that?
Somebody can roll a nature check.
Is it one person or?
Whoever.
Imagine your nature check is higher than mine, unless Esteban is particularly stupid due to your jack of all trades ability.
0.
Wow, you're particularly stupid. Okay, I'll roll it. I didn't think you had a negative modifier as Esteban.
Unfortunately, I had really bad stats and would rather not put it into con or dex.
Fair enough. 14.
So,
What would Jubei know, if anything?
You've heard stories that they have the ability to see in the dark. You don't know how well.
They
But-
have at least some dark vision. But as I said, half of us here cannot see in the dark regardless, so I think the plan is we will move forward. They will see me with the light and come at me. When they strike and start attacking me, that's when we strike back.
very well.
Do I have permission to lightning bolt you?
Glares.
I mean, if you can avoid hitting him, it's probably for the best, right?
Of course I would avoid hitting him, but if I have to, do I have permission to or no?
I think they're
Play
large
it
enough.
by
that it
ear.
should be
It
fine.
depends how badly I am injured. If these things get lucky and attack me, it could end very poorly for me if you lightning bolt me in the middle of that.
I mean,
I'll
we
keep
have
an eye.
Quentin and Alani here as well, don't we? And
Isaiah
Ragnar.
looked
He'll be fine.
absolutely sick.
Oh,
Vincent and Milani.
alright. Well,
I also have healing capabilities.
That's
I'm
fine.
sure it'll be fine.
With all of us, we should be okay.
Right, well, let's go hunt some wyverns.
It does sound like a plan.
Okay. Before we do that, I'm going to go to the bathroom really quick. Anybody else who wishes to may do so.
I'm getting a snack.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab a quick snack.
And I'll do same.
Gate. There's no.
Alright. I am back. I don't know who else is back.
I am also back. I think it's just us though, Nano. There's Ares is still here.
Yeet.
Just munching Ares. Oh, I'm so glad I don't have to work tomorrow. By the way, Storm, I'm assuming we're playing your game today?
Mm-hmm.
Cute.
Dude, Storm, I'm gonna send you this picture. Because it's gross.
Yeah.
But I feel like that would be a pretty wild creature to fight.
Pretty good. Well, not good, but isn't that something that like already like I feel like I've seen that from something.
It's Neothelid.
Oh, from what?
Neothelid? Neothelid? It's gargantuan too. Oof.
Yeah, it's already in. Yeah, it's kind of spooky. It can cast feeble mind.
Oh, those are always fun.
No. Well, maybe in the old version, but I don't think you can do it. But
Feeble mind, though. If you want to fuck over Sorks and Druids and Clerics, give them Feeble mind. Wizards are a little less screwed by it since they got the int save and throw.
Davia, are you back?
I would take it that's a no.
I'll take that as a no as well.
It's weird having so little in the features and traits.
Oh, for your, for Esteban?
Mm-hmm.
Because Esteban's human, right?
No, tiefling.
Oh, tiefling, sorry. Thinking that's where he's tiefling. You have a decent amount of features and traits as a tiefling.
I mean, usually it's like to the bottom, and then some for a lot of my characters.
Oh, fair enough.
You know, I think I figured out why I hate the character sheets in this game the most.
Why?
High levels, it is a booty of a sheet to deal with.
Yeah.
The other sheet that we had before we swapped over is way better for high level games. But nobody ever makes it to high level, so everybody likes the simple sheet.
Well, let's be honest, Nano. How often do you get past level 10 in a game?
Excuse me. In a high level game with the fucking spells and that fucking shit would make me want to fucking blow my brains out.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's only because I don't own any of the books through Roll20, so you can't just move them over.
It's not like importing it. It's the fact.
Searching them, yeah.
It's the searching of them. It was so just like. Ugh.
I don't think their searching's that bad.
Well,
Go into the other game.
Agree to disagree.
Go into the other game and look at fucking Cinder's sheet.
I played a cleric with that sheet. I know how bad it gets.
How do you not like that's so like terrible to deal with?
Oh, just didn't bother me.
I mean, I've set up high-level characters with these sheets. I've never had big issues with them.
I hate it. I just like looking at it from a glance and being like, these are the spells that I have available. Instead of being like, what can I cast? Let me scroll down the list. Especially with Vestmon.
Also, I realize I've been looking at fucking the necromancy spell wrong this entire time.
The
Or
necromancy spell?
Not Ray,
Oh,
you know, Ray's dead. Yeah.
It's just better revivify.
Yeah, no, I don't mean raise. I mean, create undead.
Oh, create undead.
Because, for making the zombies and skeletons, I didn't realize that you can control up to 4 with one spell slot after doing it. I thought it was a 1-to-1 ratio. Hey, Nikki.
Welcome back.
Yeah, I returned back to. I looked at the spell sheet and just get me out. It's just so unintuitive. It's like I gotta look for what spells I have.
You get the same problem in this sheet with like racials and anything that you put on that front page.
Yeah, but like features and traits are things that if you have a pretty good memory of, you can just like, oh, okay, I know. You just put down the name of things, or don't even put down things that you don't need to, like dark vision or whatever.
Well, the other
Because
thing
you're just like,
I
Go
can
on.
see it as a GM's a pain in the ass, but as a player, it's like you should know what your character is capable of by the time you hit high
Yeah.
levels.
it's just when you hit spells, it's just like your list is pretty big, and you want to quickly skim through those possible options and figure out like instead of going each page and being like, oh, what can I do? It's just like look at the page.
I guess I'll restate. I hate the fact that you just have one box just span and then
Oh,
all
yeah.
this empty white space next to it. So
I hate the equipment
Visual.
of this
I
fucking.
yeah. I can see
The equipment of this shit is horrible. I hate it. But
yeah, equipment's just as bad. You get the name and that's it.
yeah,
Which
Take me
is
to
fine for
Foundry.
most, like mundane items, and
take me to Foundry, boys.
Foundry does win that battle quite easily. But anyway, we're all back. So you guys head out into the night. Halani and Quentin will stay behind for now.
Guarding the horse.
Neither of them are feeling too well. They don't feel like they would be really helpful in a fight.
They're strangely silent.
Yes, they're also very silent. It's like they were hit by a sudden wave of sickness called AFK sickness. But, who would like to make a survival roll for me as you attempt to track down these wyverns? You know they're to the north and they're near the lake. That's about it.
I'm going to go on a limb and guess Ayla's survival's higher than Jubei's.
2.
We're equal.
Also two. I will give you a.
Bardic inspiration.
Yeah, I'll give a bardic inspiration.
Great. Well, I'll take a bardic inspiration and I'll guide myself, and then I'll make a survival check because we want to find these fucking things.
I'm sure
Better
you'll
find
be able to
them than them
sniff.
find you.
I'm sure you're able to sniff these things out like a bloodhound, Jubei.
Okay, not bad. Plus a d4. So 16 plus a d6.
8.
D8. 24.
Okay, so you begin heading through the woods. You can make note of large footprints large draconic footprints just kind of around. You do end up finding a large pile of defecation. Inside of the pile is a skeletal hand reaching out. You're definitely in the area where they are. That's for certain.
I think we found the recent adventuring party.
I think he's dead.
Jimmy just kind of does that head turn.
I'm not quite sure. Do you want to check Jubei? Check if he's alive? Ask. Hello, sir. Are you alright?
Esteban,
Did you actually hear that?
Yeah.
Did you hear
Wait,
that?
actually?
Make an insight check. You look over and you see Ragnar just like trying to make somebody dig through the poop.
Alright, you got me there.
Close.
I wasn't going to dig for it.
to be fair, people, perhaps we should be a little quieter if the wyverns are nearby.
Yes. We should probably try and make a more stealthy approach.
Ah, yes. Stealth in our plate armor.
Attempt.
Well, would we like me to scout ahead, or?
Perhaps the better option is for all of you to stick behind me. Let us say... what do you think is a good distance? 60 feet, Esteban?
That would be good enough, yes.
I will use my sword to walk forward, because I will be honest, given the light that I will need to see by, plus the plate armor, plus everything else, chances are I will not be making a stealthy approach.
Well, does it really matter in making a stealthy approach? Then why not just put light on yourself, run forward, draw its attention, and then we'll just beat them up with spells and arrows.
That is why I am saying you will be 60 feet behind me, so they see me and not you.
Very well.
Please be careful.
Thank you, Ayla. I will.
Yes, I think Davi would be quite mad at us if we told her upon coming back you were ate by a wyvern.
Jubei thinks of all the guns Davia has.
Yes, I think that would be a fair assessment.
Literally, that one image, if anything happens to this, I will call everyone here and then myself.
Yeah.
Alright, so Jubei, you're running out 60 feet ahead.
Yeah, well, moving. I don't have to. I don't have to sprint out. I'm gonna hit 60 feet ahead with the sword up, looking about, ready for these fuckers. It's not like I'm just going, eh!
Why not?
Because it seems a little silly to go running and screaming into the danger. I at least like to walk forward cautiously. Plus, you shouldn't run in the dark.
Or with a sharp weapon out.
Indeed.
Alright, so you head about 60 feet forward. You guys aren't on this map just yet. I just figured you'd like to see something other than your castle for once.
You mean blackness?
Oh, you can't see.
No, if you have dynamic lighting on, we need our tokens on there.
Your tokens are on there, but
You haven't activated them then yet. Or at least you didn't activate mine.
I can't see either.
Light is what, 10 feet bright?
No, the light spell is 20 feet bright, 40 foot dim.
It's a lot bigger than I thought.
Yeah, the light spell's equal to a torch.
Can you see now?
I cannot. Do you give my token permission to see?
Everybody's got permission to see.
No, you have to activate on the token. Like has
Yeah,
sight.
I did.
Cancel.
I did.
Put the
This is
light
why
radius.
this is why I don't fucking use this.
Oh, I just thought for a second.
No, 1 sec. I'm refreshing the page. Maybe I just have to refresh.
I mean, it's usually not that too difficult.
Stop shaming the DM.
I don't use this feature ever.
I know. It took me a bit to
Because
get used to it too.
Roll20 is absolute garbage with it.
Still can't see.
Yeah, yours doesn't have vision yet.
When I saw it for a split second, then it just like all like ran away.
You know, it's
Well,
like
that's
this-
because I activated vision for a
The
second,
trap code.
but-
I let you see, but only for a
mapping
moment.
established. Ooh, what the
Alright.
heck is?
People can refresh. Maybe it'll work now.
Yeah, I'm reloading right now. Just loading. The fucking game's load, taking a while to load.
Oh, now I can see.
You see the whole map?
No.
Just where Jubei is?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
all they should be able to see because I have the light.
Yeah.
One sec.
I refreshed and I ended up on the other game.
Oh yeah, because if you refresh, it'll
Yeah,
load
I
the
know.
game that you had last up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like,
Classic
wait.
Storm.
I
Classic.
was like, why are we back at the castle? Why is there cards here? Fucking inspiration cards. Like, what the fuck?
Yes, those things.
Why don't you use inspiration cards anymore?
Because I got tired of being asked for them all the time.
Oh, okay.
Just being honest.
What is going on? Here we go. I'm loading.
I see.
You can see Davia?
Yeah, I can see the Ellie's glowed area.
Good. Good. Excellent. Wunderbar.
This is weird as hell.
So you still can't see?
Well, no, it's not. I'm not seeing. It's just I'm not loading.
Oh. Well, I mean, that's one way of not seeing, Heath. Try closing your browser and opening it back up.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that right now. I've been having issues with Roll20 lately.
Well, looks like we're switching to Foundry now. Congrats. Somebody's having issues with Roll20. That's all I needed.
Well, I think it's my computer specifically. I've been having glitching with my. I got a glitch on my video drive or on my video card. I have to get around to fixing.
Didn't you just get a new one?
It's a software glitch, Nano. There was an update that screwed things up.
No, I've surprised myself. I
What
bought
is that?
these Pringles, basically. They're just like off-brand Pringles. And normally I would eat half a can of Pringles in a day. It's lasted me 4 days so far, and I've still got like a third of the chips left.
That's good. Unless they taste bad and that's why you're not eating them, and then that is bad.
No, they taste fine.
Imagine not finishing Pringles in like an hour.
Right? As you are crunching on something.
What?
Who made all those arrows?
What?
I don't know, somebody who's red, Nikki.
That was me. I made the face in response to the arrows. Jesus.
I thought you were drawing like something else for a second, and I was really.
Yeah.
I was like, where is this going? I was like,
Yeah, for a second it was like, oh crap, I should probably draw the eyebrows. Hello.
I thought you were spelling help, and I was like, that's a valid response.
Do, 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 do.
I think I'm gonna try loading on a different web browser. What the heck? Wonder if it's just your game or if it's everything. I'm gonna try
Shit,
loading.
Shouldn't just be my game. There's nothing out of the ordinary on here.
I know. I'm just checking. It's like just having a heart attack on me.
What's that say?
Help me. Then I'm sure Storm is doing yeet.
Yeah, it is your game. It just doesn't want to load. Weird. Could you try switching maps for me, Nano, just for a sec?
Okay.
Rip.
My drawing.
Because I'm able. I have literally entered all the other. I entered 3 other games and they loaded immediately.
Jube's just naturally blind.
Well, no, it won't go off the loading screen.
Oh.
Right? It says Roll20 loading, opening Steam, that crap. But if I open a separate game, like for example, if I go to your game, I'll just do that to Ted.
Maybe Jubilee's just banned for this session.
Apparently.
He's too OP.
He's also sick.
He just suddenly trips and knocks himself out.
Yeah, I just load a Legend of Virtuous Sin, no problem. In it, it can see everything.
Well, I changed the map, so...
He's
Now, let me
affected
try-
by blinding sickness from contagion.
Something just hates you.
Yes, apparently.
Maybe it's Roll20.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
I mean, if it's Roll20, it's specifically Nano's game.
Nano just banned you. Sorry.
Shadow banned you, dude.
Okay, there we go. I think it's loading. There we go, loaded.
Let me move you to the correct map. Tell me
Still
you're in
working?
the Shadow Realm.
And once you moving over to the correct map, then it has a heart attack.
Maybe this map is just too high quality for your computer.
Could you... I don't know why. It might be that... Could you try deleting my token and re-adding it, maybe?
That might fix it.
No!
They're back in the darkness.
I tried.
Okay, let me...
Give it back.
Oh. That is not your token.
Yeah, I mean, there's no lag in my character sheet.
So, is it just a black map for you at the moment?
No, it still says Roll20 loading. But let me try reloading the page again.
That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know why it's denying your dynamic lighting. Loading.
We'll just tell you where things are, I suppose.
Or we can just turn the dynamic lighting off.
It's not the dynamic lighting.
It is, because I bet you it is,
Is
because
it?
when we were on the other map, I was able to see.
It's gotta
Isn't
be the
it off
dynamic
already?
lighting.
Isn't the dynamic lighting off already?
How about you turn the dynamic lighting off and see what helps him?
Yeah, you can GM layer the enemy so we don't know where they are if you prefer Nano. That way it doesn't spoil it, but just see if it's dynamic lighting that's causing the issue for me.
Wait, can you guys see? Are you guys in darkness?
No, I can see.
But how far? Can you see the entire map?
Well, yeah, because you turned the dynamic lighting off.
Okay.
Did
I
he?
used to
But-
only have been able to see like over here.
Yeah, but it's been off like the entire time, like pretty much 80% of the time since we tried to troubleshoot this.
Hmm.
So
You can see the whole map.
Can you see the whole map?
Refresh if you
Now.
can't see the whole map.
No, I was talking about before though. You could see the whole map.
No.
Oh,
But I've been seeing the whole map for like 10 minutes.
That's been pretty much. The
There we go.
whole
I got
time.
it. It's fixed. It
Okay,
finally
8
fixed.
minutes.
I got it fixed.
Jesus.
Jesus.
It's fixed finally. Finally fucking loaded. I don't know what the hell was going on.
It's dynamic lighting, that's why, because you turned it off.
It's been off though.
No, he
I
turned
had
it
to-
off.
No, what weird
Did you
is I
just
had
turn
to
it off,
open.
Nano?
I opened the game. I opened Nano's game twice in 2 separate sheets and it seemed to fix the issue for whatever reason.
Huh.
he only just turned it off. That's why I was confused, Storm.
But I've seen it for ages. Like the whole map's been revealed to me for ages.
No, it just turned off right now.
Okay,
Esteban is
well,
all seeing.
I see everything.
Yeah, it's on now. That's
Oh,
all.
I know, but okay, I saw everything like.
All right. It doesn't matter.
What
Everybody
happened?
can see the map now. That's what matters. So, Jube, you had 60 feet ahead.
I think that's how far.
You eventually come to this nice little lake. You're kind of like the entrance. It expands outwards a little bit more off map. It's a fairly sizable lake, but so far you don't really see anything. You make me a perception check.
Evan runs after him, thunder waves him in.
$15. Not terrible.
So you look up towards the sky and you see the stars and the thumbnail sliver of a moon, making it a relatively peaceful night.
Can I just say one thing?
Sure.
Resistance. Has he cast resistance on himself?
Okay. As you cast resistance on yourself, you notice that some of the stars kind of go missing for a moment, and then they reappear. As you hear above head.
So I see do I see them descending?
You don't see them descending yet. They seem to be flying about, though. You're not
How-
sure what they're doing. They're too far up for you to see with your light.
Okay, but basically I can gather from like where the sun's being blocked by the starlight. Is basically.
That you can hear the wing
The
beats.
wing. So I can tell from a juxtaposition more or less where they are. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, up ahead. I say to everybody behind me. They can point up, which everybody can see me because I'm lit up like a Christmas tree.
Would anybody like to do anything?
Can Ayla stealth?
You can stealth, yeah.
Oof.
Okay. Ares Mage Armors, Ayla Stealths. Esteban, what are you doing?
He's gonna get his deck of cards ready, and also probably probably stealth too. Actually, yeah.
Stealth train.
Stealth train.
Choo-choo.
No.
Oh God!
Oh,
I mean, I like to try to stealth as well.
choo choo! Oh shit, they found us.
Just
Everybody
imagine-
You've already casted Mage Armor. You've
Okay.
got an action.
I just imagine Esteban like just taking out his deck of cards, just flips all over the place, like, oh no!
52
He's more elegant than that.
Not what that stealth check says otherwise.
Hey,
Watches them float to the ground, just stares down at them.
Ragnar is going to move up 30 feet, and with that, we will begin initiative.
Ooh,
Why?
piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Oh Jesus!
would I be able to
Every time-
also inspire on that same stealth or no?
No.
Can you self-inspire? Are you a lore
No,
bard?
not self-inspire.
I appreciate the attempt.
You would have to do that before the roll. Though Andy
Prize.
probably could have guidance themselves.
Oh wait, there's a thing I have. I keep forgetting. Is it
Take
too
it on
late?
permanently.
Depends.
You stealthed as your action, so I don't
You
think you
did.
can.
Mm.
Oh! Duality! Constantly.
Again.
Again!
I fail, you succeed. You fail, I succeed.
You queued like 22 tracks, so I think you got a lot of... I think you got a clear. Hold on.
Oh, so that's just a track list.
There you go.
What everyone's got.
Yeah, give me just a second. I'm swapping so you guys can't see their bullshit. Okay.
I have no spells here that are useful.
Okay, Esteban, you're first.
Do I see them?
No, they are too far up
Okay.
at the moment.
Gonna walk up. Yeah. Greater Invis on Ayla.
Ooh,
As I place a hand on her shoulder. You've got this. There's 2 items, should be easy, no problem.
Yeah, no problem.
And inspiration to you as well.
ooh.
As I check what I get.
Favoritism! Favoritism! You hear a bird?
Greater invisibility with a rogue is great.
Oh, cool! I got life transference. That's really useful right now.
Oh, I forgot we have these little emotes. I can use the ninja one.
I guess I will do that and head off in this direction.
Okay.
And that's my turn. Am I within range within most people? Yeah.
I think you are.
Yeah.
Jubei.
Okay, not seeing the wyverns are still out of sight, or still out of my sight, right?
Yes. Mhm.
Well, Jubei will attempt to get their attention as much as possible as he looks about to see his party members. Well, it is time to see if this works, and I will cast Enlarge upon myself, making myself a nice big target for these wyverns.
And they might go for the stragglers instead. That's too big.
I can't eat that.
Big and metal.
They're wyverns. They
Yeah, they're not the smartest of creatures.
they're not like dragon intelligence. They're bestial in nature. They're like, ooh, big food.
Okay. Anything else?
Well, that is my action, I believe. I'll double check that. That's my action. Yeah, it's an action to cast, so don't have a bonus action at the moment. So I'll just look back at the rest of the party and kind of nod at them to try to get these things' attention.
Ragnar's turn. He's going to take a look around as these wyverns kind of blend into the night sky a little bit. And then he notices above the lake, because that's where he was looking, that one is starting to swoop down. He's going to attempt to hit it with a Eldritch Blast. 2 Eldritch Blasts. First one's gonna miss, the second one's gonna hit for 9 damage.
Oh boy.
As you guys see him blast into the sky, the crackling lightning of the Eldritch Blast kind of lights up a little bit, very dimly. But you're able to track it with your eyes, and you see it just pelt into the chest of one of these creatures. Alright, and hang on. Okay. Esteban, as you stand there, you hear, and then next to you is a wyvern lands.
Ah, lovely.
And it is going to attempt to bite you and hit you with its stinger.
Okay, I will get ready to cutting words something.
17 to hit.
Hits, I'm going to cutting words.
You're cutting words that?
D8.
Oof.
Fuck.
Still
Still
hit.
hits. Mm-hmm.
10 piercing damage.
Don't
Ouch.
forget
Then
his
it's
con
gonna-
save.
No, that's the bite.
No, he needs a con save for the invisibility. He's the one who's
Oh, right,
concentrating
yeah.
on it.
Yeah. Go ahead and make it. Con save.
It's
You're
fine.
good.
Ooh.
And then the stinger comes by 15 to hit.
Hits.
Okay, I need you to make me a con save for poison damage. That
Oof.
fails. So you take 10 damage from the stinger and then 22 poison damage.
I'm at 3 health.
Oh, jeez.
Don't forget
Make
your
me
con
another-
save. Very
And I need
high
another con
DC.
Yeah. Greater invisibility drops.
I'm still stealthing, thankfully.
Yeah, but you only rolled a 15. I don't know. It should be enough, actually.
So that should be enough.
So you guys just see Esteban get laid into by this wyvern up here. Everin, your turn.
Oh dear. Oh dear. This is not good.
You know, on the plus side, now that Ayla's visible, everyone's not gonna lightning blast Ayla.
Mhm.
She saw where Ella was last standing.
I am going to. I'm going to cast Lightning Bolt.
Okay.
Should aim it over here. This is a good spot.
Just wipe out.
Right.
I can do it here. I can get
Maximum
both.
targets.
Just like hit this side. Just don't even hit the wyvern. Just right here.
I'm debating it, but no.
Party kill. Party kill.
Everyone just
And-
flips him off before casting.
Hey Esteban, think I'm childish now?
Okay, dex save. Dex save. Passed!
Oh shit.
Rolled an 18, yeah.
Well, he still
That
takes
was a really
16
good
or
roll.
15 damage, so not
Yeah.
bad for damage.
So let me. It's 15 damage. Go. Okay. So Esteban, you just see this lightning bolt blast and kind of crackle across the neck of this wyvern as it looks at you for its first meal of the night. Then it's like reptilian eye looks over towards Everin.
I'll go over here. The rest of my movement and my flights thing. Just stay next to Jubei and the good boys.
Should have kept my cutting words for the fucking stinger. I'd actually would have survived.
Oh, I'm getting attacked here, am I?
Yep, this wyvern lands next to you and is going to bite you and try to sting you. It's
Why is it got a red?
Is this
Bloody?
to just differentiate them, I believe?
no, it's
Oh.
to differentiate them because they
Okay.
got the same health bar. I gotta use a different color.
Yeah,
That's a 24 to hit.
I will cast shield.
Okay. The stinger is a well, that's an @1. We won't talk about that. As it goes to bite you, and then its tail swings about its body, and it just like gets stuck in the tree trunk. Ayla, you're up.
Okay. I'll attack the one next to Esteban. That's sneak attack and advantage.
All right. Hey Esteban, you want to use your healing spell?
What healing spell?
Your life transference.
Life transference? Yeah.
That hits.
And bonus action, she'll stretch her hand out and cast Shield of Faith on Esteban.
Bless.
You got +2 to your AC.
You're gonna need it.
Yes, that's Devon's turn. He just starts crying. Oh god, get him off!
Esteban, your turn.
Oh, let me draw. I don't think any of those. Nope. Let me check my spell. It is. Is it each creature? Fuck, it is each creature. Okay, never mind. I'm just going to cast invisibility on myself.
Greater or normal?
Normal. I don't have any more graders.
You only got one 4th level spell slot?
Yeah,
Oh, yes, yeah, that's right. I'm thinking.
we're all
wrong.
level 7.
Yeah, no, I forget 7, 4th. Yeah, because you only get 1 at 4.
Yeet. I'm going to walk away because it does not have an attack of opportunity.
Why doesn't it get an attack of opportunity?
It can't see me.
It can still sense you, man. It's just a disadvantage.
Yeah.
That's how it works. You're not unsensible. It hears you. It just has a disadvantage attack.
Isn't it an attack of opportunity? Like the rule is if it can't see you, then
Nope. It's just got to be able to know you're there.
That when a hostile creature that you can see moves out of your reach.
No, okay.
So DM ruling though.
Yeah, you're good. You can go ahead and move behind the big bulky man known as Ragnar, if you wish. Or next to him.
I'm just gonna move into a space where probably I will not get hit. And that is all I can do.
You still got 10 feet of movement.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess I'll go over here.
Goes hides behind Ayla.
Sure.
Jubei.
Okay, Jubei will open up his gambit by shield bashing this wyvern in the face.
Alright.
As an athletics check at advantage.
Pulling the old Einar trick. It just beat you by one, man.
Jesus, of course. Hey, well, in that case,
Rolled a 17.
I will do my 2 normal attacks with my sword then.
Alrighty.
Nat 20!
Nice.
Certainly hits. Do the enlarged dice get doubled?
Yep, all dice get doubled on a crit.
Yes, so that's 16 damage on this boyo.
And then
Good
second
hefty hit.
attack. 18.
Both hit. So let's see, that is 16, what, 25?
Yep, 25 total damage. Not bad.
It'd be so much cooler if you could code it so that it only plays gifs on a crit.
Yeah, it would be nice.
I do like that gif.
It's pretty good.
Ragnar's turn. He's going to look at Estevan. Well, not look at Estevan, but look at where he was for a moment. Be like, challenge. He's going to.
It's opened it up for you.
He's going to use his fighting spirit. Get his 5 temp HP and his
Advantages.
his advantaged attack. And he's going to use his longsword. Hitting for 12 slashing. Not too bad. Not too bad. That is his turn. This wyvern's going to turn to face him, and it's going to attempt to bite and claw. Actually, he's going to do a claw and then a stinger. So claw first, missing. Stinger also missing. Rolled a 14 on both. Everin, you're up.
I'm going to double cast, or twin cast haste.
Okay. Who are you putting it on?
I'm putting it on these two.
Nice.
That will certainly assist.
Haste combo with enlarge. That's just going to be so much more extra damage.
Unless I get targeted, which is possible.
It is. But they will at least have to break away to do it. Plus, they're beasts. They don't know what magic is.
And after that, I'm going to hide behind Esteban.
The invisible.
I'm not here.
Oh
I'm
yeah, I
invisible.
can't see him. I forgot. I will.
While you're dashing towards Ayla, makes sense.
Yeah, I'll go towards Ayla. And I just somehow ended up behind Esteban.
Boom.
You'll probably see the pool of blood.
This wyvern's going to attempt to claw you and then stinger you, Jubei. Don't expect great things. Claw's going to miss with a 23 because you have a 25 AC now. Stinger misses with a 17. Okay, Ayla. It's
So-
actually gonna. Actually, before I end its turn, it's going to, after it fails to even penetrate Jubei's defenses, it's going to start to fly up. So you can get your attack of opportunity as it goes up about 40 feet in the air. That's 15 more damage on him.
I'm messing that thing up pretty good.
Yeah, you. Both of them are almost bloodied. But it is now 60 feet up in the air. Ayla, your turn.
With the way Rogue works, if the enemy's disengaged with a fellow party member, is it sneak attack and advantage, or just sneak attack?
It's just sneak attack. You don't
normal.
get advantage unless you're hot hidden.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which she is.
No, she's not.
No.
She attacked and then didn't
Oh,
hide
she already
again.
died.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She gave you Shield of Faith.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So you only get sneak attack from the one Ragnar's fighting?
Yeah, unless you hide and then shoot the one in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. How's the one by Ragnar looking?
I think they're both roughly the same.
They're both about the same health, actually. Almost exactly the same at the moment.
Okay.
The one Ragnar's fighting does look a little more injured, but you can't really see the one in the air too well.
Okay. Yeah, alright, she will. Me figuring out what order I want to do this in. Yeah, she'll shoot and then hide.
Oof.
You're still
That'll miss.
inspired?
Oh, right, I do.
Keep track of your inspirations, quite.
That'll hit.
Me.
This
Right.
one is bloodied now.
We'll go into the bushes over here and hide.
Good job.
Are you alright?
I'm fine. I hurt it more than it hurt me.
Yeah, just
She can't
He,
see to
he
tell.
says as he's like holding in his fucking intestines right now.
27, 22. Nothing. Oh, wait. Oh!
What'd you pull?
fireball.
I
No, that's
pulled
number
the
one.
spell that I just got last night.
Interesting.
Which I don't have the write up for.
Right.
Is it each creature in a 20-foot radius, or creatures that I
15.
choose?
15.
15?
15 foot radius.
How many?
I would say up to 3.
That I choose? Okay. Well, I can't hit both of them anyways, I believe.
No, he would be
Yeah,
way
sure.
out of your range because he's 60 feet in the air. Mind you, though, don't forget,
Okay.
as soon as you do this, your invisibility will drop.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It also has a range of 60 feet.
Yeah, so I can hit it.
Which one? The one up top you can, yeah.
Yeah. Did I put the range? 60. Okay. His eyes. Well, actually, you don't even see anything. You just hear the sound of flipping cards as you just hear. Huh. And I'm going to cast this.
Okay.
I need to change the
Wisdom.
text. Wisdom.
Wisdom.
As suddenly he's revealed. But
Fails. Roll me that 1d4, good sir.
D4.
Stunned for 4 turns. Okay.
As it also falls from the sky, I assume.
That one's on the ground, man.
Yeah. Going up there.
Oh, it's already on the ground?
Yeah.
Wait, no, I hit this one.
No,
in
you
the
have to
air.
be directly under
He's
him.
60 feet up in the air.
Oh,
You
I have to move
run
direct.
right. Yeah, you'd have to be directly under him. Otherwise, just
Can I-
positions, right? He's closer to 80 feet away from you.
Okay, can I move here? And I can just hit him because it's 15 feet radius, right? So that would just clip him? Because that would be cool.
I would say you want to get him more in it.
Yeah, you'll just have to walk up next to him. So yeah, so that would have been what you were going
Right there.
for.
I mean, yeah, and I mean, I can move back anyways, so... Because it's stunned. But, as you just see this kind of, like...
Also, the answer to your question is no.
No?
Remember what happened in the end last night?
Makes sense because it's frozen in time, not stunned. So technically,
Fuck.
It goes by the stun status as far as like mechanics are concerned, but it's frozen in time up there.
Oh, yeah. Okay, then I would probably aim it at that one, then.
Okay.
well, I mean,
It's your first time
it
using the
doesn't hurt.
spell, so
I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't hurt to get the one up top frozen, man, because we can get the one on the bottom easily. The one up top could come get you.
Fair. Okay, yeah, I mean... it's what I was gonna do, just put it on the one that I was gonna do.
Yeah, he wanted to get the flying one. That was his original goal. He didn't know that it
And-
wouldn't have fallen out
yeah,
of the ground, so...
Yeah, no, you're right. Just you was... Alright, they froze... You know what? I forgot about that one. Just kind of see it, just like... It's just stuck in stasis in the air, you're just looking at it. That looks very strange.
That is a very unique spell, Esteban.
A friend gave it to me. Now please kill the other one before it attacks me again.
Ah, yes, I will.
And zip! Like, you gotta that's hilarious. You have the fucking giant Jubei now moving like flash speed. And first off, I will open up with trying to knock this SOB prone.
okay.
22.
It nat 20.
Jesus Christ.
Well, you blew its nat 20 on that, so there you go.
Yeah, I will attack it 3 times then.
Still
Better
a
that
crit
than a stinger.
Yeah. But I don't think that the
That'll
poison
miss,
damage can
or-
crit.
That will miss.
Second attack. That'll hit for
That
14
will hit.
damage. It's... Christ. You know what? Jubei is going to drop his sword and grapple this thing, so it can't fly away for his final attack. For his
Okay.
bonus attack.
Go ahead and make your grapple.
22, 20. Oh yeah, 22. Yeah, I got advantage, so I rolled it twice.
Okay, yeah, it failed. We rolled a
Nice, so
7.
I grappled this fucker, so he can't fly away.
Alright, Ragnar's
I've got him,
turn.
Esteban!
Good! I really roughed him up!
He's going to go ahead and where is it? He's gonna Hexblade's Curse this guy.
The guy I'm grappling?
Yeah. For his bonus action. Then he's going to attack it twice. That'll hit, both hitting. For 21 total damage. Let's see. That. And you know what? He says, hell with it. He's going to action surge too. Get another attack on it. Oh, that'll hit. For another 11 damage. The one you're grappling, Jubei, looks really bad.
I'd imagine so. But that's why I grappled it. I didn't want it to get away.
Let's see. Grappling.
It cannot move unless it breaks my grapple using its action.
Yeah, I think it might just try to attack.
Yeah, I figured it would.
It's gonna claw at Ragnar and Stinger Jubei. So, claw on Ragnar, that's gonna hit. Stinger misses. Ragnar takes 9 slashing damage. So he just takes a quick claw across the chest, like a oof. Everin.
All right,
Notice
so
the
this one,
concentration spell, yeah.
this one is stunned, right?
Yeah, but you can't see it now because Jubei moved.
Okay, okay. So this one looks like Death Door.
Close. Not quite there, but very close.
All right, and he's grappled.
Yes, I got him.
All right. I am going to. I'm going to second level magic missile him.
Okay.
It's gonna be 4 darts.
Cast your spell.
Case Yoshi.
So 12 damage.
Mhm.
It's struggling to keep its eyes open.
Oof, okay. And I'm going to bonus action, seeing that it's almost dead. I'm going to use a cantrip.
Are you quickening?
Yep, quickening a cantrip.
Okay.
And I'm going to hope that it hits.
Go,
Yeah,
that-
that'll hit. Okay.
More damage than the
How do you
machine.
want to kill that one?
Just like trying to magic missile it by like zapping it a little bit, seeing that it's not dead. Evan just quickly reels her hand back and just kind of like a slapping motion over to it and just slap its face with a rake of a hand.
Not only do you slap its face, but you slap its face off.
Oh, oh dear! Oh no, no! Evan looked shocked at the power that she just did.
I think you should have had it more when she slaps its face. It's like Jubei's holding it by the head, and its whole body just flips off. It's like, oh.
Yeah. Oh, Jippy, I'm so sorry. Are you okay?
It's fine, Everett. That was a heck of a slap. Davia would be proud.
Or terrified. One of the two.
No, just proud.
I can't believe
Yeah, I
I
think
just
you're
slapped a
con-
wyvern.
I think you're confusing Davir with someone else, Ragnar.
Perhaps. Ayla.
Pops her head out from the bush with like a single leaf on top of her head, seeing that creature's healthy. Looks towards the stunned one up in the sky.
You can't quite see it that well because Jubei had moved.
What's that?
You can't quite see it that well because Jubei has moved, unless you have dark vision.
Yeah, I have vision.
Okay, you can just make it out.
Alright, cool. I mean, there's no point in hiding, so just
Yeah, it's just stop.
stand.
You're hitting
Yeah,
it
so-
anyways.
Or just shoot.
If you guys don't kill this thing before its stun is up, I'll be very disappointed.
No, I think it's gonna die.
There we go.
How's it looking?
Still alive.
Bloodied.
Bloodied.
There's no point wasting my spell, so yeah, she'll just kind of stare up at it floating in the air. It's just like,
I suppose you have this now.
I couldn't hear that.
Yeah, same here.
oh, you said, I suppose you have this now, Esteban.
As he flips through his cards and his eyes flash again. Hey, Everin!
Yeah?
This one's for you, as he sends out the magic missiles that he had just recently obtained.
Hey! That's a 5th level magic missile. How do you want me to do it?
Well, 4th, because it's,
Oh yeah, 4th level.
but,
So that's 3,
Yeet.
4, 5.
Five
six.
darts.
No, I've got it. I've got it.
Alright, oh, you got it. That's good.
15 points damage
15 points damage. Still
as the little sparks of lightning as they shoot out from the card as he looks up. See, it's weird. It has a lot of impacts and it's like not moving. It's just stuck. This is weird.
Jubei, your turn.
Jubei will dash underneath the thing.
Okay.
Takes out his mighty javelin.
Oh, he's gonna step back as well.
And I'll
Just in case.
hurl it up at this creature.
Alrighty.
It's a flat attack because it's outside the inner range.
No Elder Slash?
Hmm?
Elder Slash?
Probably still better to use the javelin for 2 attacks and finish it off with an Eldritch Slash. Plus, I want to show this gif.
Is that?
Finland
Oh yeah,
saga.
that's Finland.
Yeah.
Fucking takes out 4 people. That hits.
For 12 damage. Second toss. That just hits, isn't it?
Yeah, that just hits. Okay.
Another
Okay,
10
it's not bad.
damage.
Actually, it doesn't even fall on
Okay.
him.
And his last attack, he will Eldritch Slash.
Ooh, I wonder what Eldritch Slash looks like.
It like this. Oh wait, this one's at advantage.
Oh,
Roll.
damn! Oh, it's
14
the
damage.
Black
No,
Wolf.
well, not 14 damage Eldritch Slash. Just
Yeah,
11
it won't
damage
get the
Eldritch Slash.
enlarge because
Yeah, I
it's
know it won't.
magic
Yeah,
attack.
because it's magic. But the 11 damage Eldritch Slash.
Okay. The thing's still barely up. I gave them a little more health than the average wyvern because it's a level 7.
Will he even know it's gonna die?
Ragnar's gonna move here and he's just gonna Eldritch Blast the fuck out of this thing, I guess.
How do we? Stuck in stasis. It's like, I don't know if it's dead or not.
Let's just keep throwing things at it till it looks like it's dead.
So what's gonna happen is we're just gonna keep pounding on it for 4 rounds, and it's just gonna turn into mist.
Just as in, like, time unfreezes.
So Ragnar hits with 2 of the Eldritch Blasts, doing 18 damage, which was exactly the amount needed to kill it. So you guys don't see what actually happens to it up there, except like Ragnar because he's got Devil Sight, and Ayla, but its eyeballs both pop out of its skull as it just and it would like start to rain, but it's in this weird bubble as it just stops, and Ragnar's just like, I think I'll keep this to myself for now. Everett, it's your turn.
Alright, not knowing that it's dead, I'm just gonna let's see. I want a chill touch slap in the face.
Okay.
Advantage. Slap.
Okay. Next straight necrotic. Ayla.
We're just shooting it to death.
We don't know it's
It's
dead.
already dead.
Everyone doesn't know it's dead. Everyone doesn't know.
We don't technically know it died because it's frozen.
I'm sure it's dead now, right?
That misses.
Oh no.
I don't know. Let's just make sure, please.
Look, it's fine. If it's not dead, it'll be fine. I'm just going to drop it. And if it's not dead, I have an idea.
Wait a minute!
What?
I am directly under the thing!
Okay, I'll wait for you to move then. Just gonna step back.
Just because I can. Oh,
Okay, wait for me to step back too, just in case.
I don't think it's going to hit you. If it hits you, it's gonna hit me, and I.
Care. I'm going to step back, okay?
Alright, so you guys continue to pulverize it. Eventually, Esteban
run
drops
down.
the spell. It just, like, a shower of gore just rains all over Juve as the thing just falls with a sickening crunch. Like, half of its body just, like, explodes on contact to the ground as, like, intestines.
Does it count as raining? Because I can stop it from raining.
I don't think it's weather. Oh,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
not
I don't
weather.
think it's weather.
Okay, I think it was just funny though. Like I can suddenly control it.
Well, that was rather painless. Looks over
I
at
think
Esteban.
you need to-
Yeah.
Most of us.
Really, really painless. Very painless.
Okay, just Ragnar Jubei, you're gonna feel the effect in 3, 2, 1.
And my large would drop.
Alright. There you go.
What?
Does it ever not feel weird when the haste ends?
It's a little disorienting. A bit like a hangover.
Oh, okay.
I think that went rather well. I froze it in time. I used more spells. I was almost grievously wounded.
You are very, very injured.
Very what?
Injured.
It's hard to hear you. It's like the
Injured.
blood is rushing into. No, he heard it that time. It's not. What?
Here.
She'll walk over, rest a hand on his arm, and cast Cure Wounds 2nd level.
Alright, I heal. I Presentation Jubei, but not Esteban. So Jubei looks fine. Esteban
I didn't get
still
hit
looks
by
terrible.
blood. I didn't get hit by blood.
You're
Oh, well,
bloodied!
I'm bloodied
You're
from getting
bloodied!
from his clothes getting like yeah, I guess.
And your clothes are torn up too and stuff like that.
There, Savon, chin up, and I will cast Healing Word upon him.
It's fine.
I just want to
She
use
does
that.
13 points of damage as she stabs me in the back for 17.
Surprise, I'm evil.
I knew it! Lightning about Ayla.
Oh, alright, not so much better, but my clothes are in tatters as usual and good.
Well, in any case, I suppose we can head back to the village and tell them that their problem has been taken care of.
Indeed.
I mean, can you, like, get some of it or something like that so we can, like, prove that we did it?
Jubei will just pick up the heads. These
Oh,
should
looks
Okay.
at
at least
when
be
the
sufficient
bloodied
proof.
man. Just pulp on the floor.
I suppose. Do you think there might be something they have around? Perhaps some sort of items or such? Maybe
Perhaps
with a
they've
look.
eaten. I mean, if they've eaten adventurers, I don't think they would be able to digest metal. Perhaps, you know, if you
That's
search.
perhaps with stuff in it would be useful if they were, after all,
You'd
mated.
have to dig through its poop.
Well, I meant the nest versus the poop for the items.
Yeah, they said they were possibly mating, so maybe they have a nest somewhere.
They
Look
could
at
have
those
eggs.
little ones.
We're adopting them.
We are not
I don't
adopting wyvern
think
eggs,
that
eh?
they're-
What? We adopted a dragon. We adopted minotaurs. Why can't we adopt like wyvern babies?
I don't like wyvern babies. That sounds like a terrible idea.
I
They're a
don't
little
think-
too bestial, I think.
Exactly. The other creatures you have named are intelligent creatures you can talk to and communicate. These are animals. I don't think any of us are quite capable of taming them.
I will say,
well,
though, I know a pretty good wyvern egg recipe, incidentally enough.
What were you saying, Nikki?
You can't tame animal type stuff, and her thinking about Everin's goat.
You mean the magical beast that does what? Yeah, you mean, or when Everin milked the goat? Yeah. Jesus.
Like I have my goat. I have my squishy. Like I have a menagerie of pets. I am allowed, and I have fishy too. I would like a wyvern.
So should we roll an investigation check to see if we can hunt down the nest nano or
Survival.
survival? I will guidance
Oops.
myself.
See if we can find anything in this area.
Yeah, you
That's
can
all.
investigate the area.
I will do that.
18.
Oh, never. Everyone got it.
All right, with your 18, Jubei, it takes you a little while, but you do end up finding the wyvern nest. There are 2 eggs that have been laid, as well as some rather messed up looking chainmail, a long sword, and a cracked longbow from, you assume, an adventurer. Mostly junk, nothing that you would get too much out of. You could sell it, or maybe melt it down and do something else with it. But there are 2 wyvern eggs.
Well, Jubei will take...
Those make me I guess anybody can make me an intelligence check.
Can I guidance myself? No, I guess everyone's
No.
got it.
So, I have Ragnar do one too, but it matters too much. Yeah. So, incidentally, Everin, you know that there is a market for wyvern eggs because some coliseums around Osteria like to raise and train wyverns for their battles, and you can get like a good 250 gold an egg.
Alright. Selling one, I'm keeping the other one. How do I hatch this thing?
Everin, Jubei looking as he's holding the eggs.
Gimme.
Everin, you are not raising a wyvern. Do you even know how to take care of a wyvern?
I can learn how.
Do you know what they eat?
No.
You.
I was
That's
going
fine.
to say Estefan, but yes, more or less.
Not dead.
I hold up Squishy, and I give it a little bit of food, and as you see its monstrous like maw just open up. I'm fine. I can deal with this thing. It's okay.
I don't think.
Everett, this is a little beyond a simple, joyous animal. This is a creature of devastating power.
And it could prove to be a bit of a problem if you grew a bit attached and it got violent.
I believe the best thing is perhaps selling them and getting the reward. In any case, there is a pleasant stick apparently the villagers have. Perhaps that would interest you.
Perhaps
Yes.
It's a stick of summoning wyverns.
Stay. Okay, this is fine with me.
Anyway, so we head back to the village with our 2 wyvern eggs. What did Everin find with the investigation check?
You found some. You found some more like adventurer gear. You did find a coin purse with 25 gold in it.
Nice.
You also found the skull of a dragonborn. It's kind of gooey, so you assume it's one of the things that the wyvern had ate. But there really isn't too much else in here, or out here. You do find 2 good berries, though.
I'll give it to Esteban. Here you go. I think you need these.
How much is it? 1d4 of healing?
A good berry is just 1 HP each.
1 HP.
Oh,
each.
it's 1 HP each. Oh, that's fine.
You feel really full after eating one, though. It's more for
Food and healing, yeah.
yeah.
True. He'll have one then.
You might get a stomach ache too. Alright, I also point out the skull to Jubei to see if he's interested in it.
It might be at least respectful to bring it back for burial.
I think they punched a little bit too hard over their pay grade.
I will prestidigitation it so it is not disgusting.
Okay. You guys head back to the village. The old man's still sitting out there. Ah, you came back, huh?
Yes, we have succeeded, and he plops the two heads down.
Ah, goodness. That
Those
one's
are the
missing a
issue as well.
face.
Sorry, that was me.
That one's missing its eyeballs. Yeah, my bad. Well, I suppose you're looking for the reward. You head right down the road. The mayor's office is down there. He will be happy to give you the stick and the 500 gold.
It sounds very reasonable. Thank you.
Yes. Now, also keep in mind, we'll take the bodies and send them to wherever you want if you want that. Otherwise, we're just gonna, I don't know,
Well, I
cut them up,
suppose
cook
we,
them up, eat them.
I wonder if we could send them back to the castle. Perhaps our friends back home would be able to use the stingers and something.
That'd be good. I'm sure we can make something out of it. I'm sure Castle want to experiment on a few things.
Yes, and I'm sure Tick and Victor could come, and even Cinder would may be able to find some uses for them.
Okay. So you guys are gonna head to the
Yeah,
mayor's
mayor's.
office.
put the heads for the proof, and
This large fat man with a mustachioed walrus kind of face walks out. Yes.
Good evening, my good sir. My friends, my companions and I have taken care of your wyvern issue.
No, have you now?
Indeed. As you can see, as he
plops the two heads down.
a pair of wyvern heads.
Oh my, look at that.
Yes, indeed, you could look at them.
Well, I suppose you want the reward.
That would be most appreciated, my friend.
Oh, come in. Make yourselves comfortable while I go fetch it.
I suppose you would like me to leave the heads outside.
Oh, that would be most appreciated. They're dripping all over the place.
Very good. Everyone, if you would like to follow.
I press hesitation, clean up his floor on the way.
The dude's also like 5'1" and very round. He's almost as wide as he is tall.
He is a
I'm taller
perfect
than
circle.
him. I am taller than him.
What was that? He?
He is a perfect circle.
Yes. He is fed very well. You guys walk into the house. It's relatively nicely furnished. It's more halfling styled than anything. Nice and homely. What were you saying, Evan?
I was saying I press hesitation his floor on the way as he drags out the heads, so we don't cause too much of a, cleanup mess.
Okay. So he walks back out with a fairly gnarly looking stick,
Ooh.
and it's about as tall as him. Actually, a little bit taller, I'd say. And then a large sack of gold. So, you're not the original adventurers we sent out. What brings you all here?
Travelers.
Indeed.
Just passing by.
Travelers just passing through. What luck!
Indeed, it would seem most fortuitous for your town that we happen to be on our way.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, here your gold.
Most
And
appreciated.
here is this item. It's called the business end.
What does it do?
Well, once per day, if you whack it on something no larger than 5 pounds, it will turn it into silver.
Permanently?
I don't know, actually. I haven't used it myself.
That could still be useful.
Indeed.
Hmm.
Who would like to hold on to this?
Who wants the business end?
I have a few ideas with it, if I may.
Well, ever since you are not, the egg is... Since you are so reasonable about the egg, I believe you are more than welcome to have it.
Okay.
Alright, you will get the business end. It is just a regular staff, no +1 or anything. Just if it hits something and you activate it, it might turn it into silver,
Mm-hmm.
depending on how large it is.
I'm thinking of taking catapult, just so I can turn something into silver. Like, does it turn into like pure silver, or is it like only like the outside silver?
You don't know.
All right, if it turns into pure silver, though, I'm just gonna be chucking silver at people. I need to get catapult though.
You're really invested in this catapult meme.
Yes.
Why don't you all join me for dinner? Tell me about your adventures, yes? Where you're going, where you're from, who you've been with, who you've talked to.
I've already had dinner. I think I'll be fine. I'm kind of full, actually.
Perhaps some wine?
I'm good. I need to tend to my clothes anyways. And he looks down and his clothes are tattered.
Ho ho ho. Well, if you insist.
Not to be rude, but it is important we get on our way as soon as possible. There are...
In the dark?
Some of us can see in the dark.
Jubei. I mean, Jubei looks at the guy. Can Jubei get like a feeling whether this guy's being suspiciously nosy, or if he's just a normal dope asking questions?
You can make a...
Yeah, I'm inside that as well. Nope.
Maybe.
You get the feeling he's in the middle of the sticks. He doesn't really get
Yeah.
too
Get a lot of
often.
people.
Well, I mean, we do need to rest up for the night. I suppose it could not hurt if he wishes to put us up.
Well, quite have an inn, but I do have room in my home. I'm sure you would like to stay in some modicum of comfort, yes? No
Yes.
sleeping on the ground outside.
Actually, I have a really good setup already, so I'm fairly good with my. I have a rather elegant tent.
Well, if you insist.
Well, I suppose it would not hurt to spend the night here. I mean, we need to... It is late when we do need to rest up, everyone. What do you all think?
I don't mind.
Yeah, I'm busy. I need to do something. Sorry.
Just imagine everyone's outside, just looking around or picking up rocks. Like, nah, too heavy. Nah, too light.
Pretty much.
I
Make
believe
me investigation roll, Evan.
Okay.
Also, are we in this person's home?
Yeah, we're in their
Yep.
house.
No rocks.
How clean is it?
What time is it?
No, how
Clean.
clean is it?
Relatively clean. It's not like overly unkempt. It's the mayor's office and his home kind of rolled up into one, so it's well kept, at least in the front. You don't know how it looks in the back or anything because you haven't been back there. But
Just grab the stone out of the pavement. It's like, this will do. Just tie a hole just in the fucking pathway.
Yeah, do I find any rocks or anything?
you search and search and search for a while, but you end up finding the perfect rock. It's right underneath a bridge.
Okay.
It will take a little bit of effort, but you could probably pull it out.
Okay.
You can make me a athletics check if you wish.
Eh.
You strain, your muscles are burning. You've loosened it a little bit. I'll let you try one more.
Okay. Eh.
Everin, what are you doing?
I'm trying to get this rock, okay? I need it.
Jubei will walk over. This rock.
Yes.
Jubei will bend down to grab the rock.
Make me an athletics.
And he will guide himself for the shits and giggles of it, since it's not. Oof. 14.
Okay, you yank and you pull on the rock. It is really well in there. It's entrenched, but you got it very loose. You're positive that with one more pull, you
Okay.
can get it out.
Could I maybe see if I could wiggle it out, possibly?
Why are we pulling out rocks?
I need
Apparently, everyone would really like to need this rock. One
Yes.
moment. Jubei will.
Oh, go ahead.
So, what are we gonna do? You can go, Davia.
She was gonna see if she could try to wiggle it out rather than using strength. Use more like dexterousness of getting it out of its space.
Sleight of hand.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
it's.
could try.
Yeah. I'll guidance myself.
He's just kind of. Esteban's just leaning against the bridge, just watching everyone.
So it's a 22.
So you wiggle this rock out slowly. Esteban, you feel a sudden weight just give as the bridge collapses. As you just ripped out the cornerstone of this bridge.
Oh.
Ayla stands there with a horrified look on her face.
I'm going to roll a dex check.
I grab it,
Yes.
and I grab Jubei and I'm dimension dooring away from the scene of the crime. It's like, nope.
So, Esteban, you roll out of the way. There's this small river. It's not like super big, but they use this for carts and stuff. The mayor comes running up. My, what was that noise?
No, as
Sees
that
the
happens.
destroyed
As
bridge.
that happens.
He just sees Ayla and Esteban standing. What did you do?
As this all kind of happened, as he kind of like, how long it would have been? He wouldn't have just been standing there if he saw like Everin and Jubei like vamp
Just
out.
freaking out when he heard the noise.
Okay, there's no way that I could have possibly casted invisibility on both myself and Ayla.
You can cast it on one of you, but not the other.
He'll just if he can't get the both of them, he's just gonna you know that small girl? No, wait, there's multiple. You know that white-haired girl? She was looking for rocks.
Sorry.
And I don't know why she went to look for a rock here of all places, but yeah,
Who's paying for this bridge? It was very expensive.
I think that girl could probably pay for it. I think she has a lot of money.
Gods find her.
This is my fault. Should I,
Wait, how much is it gonna be for the bridge?
Get gold.
Ayla's fumbling around, grabs her coin purse.
I'm so sorry.
You said 50?
Yeah, 50. 50.
And over 50. apologizing repeatedly.
On the plus side, everybody just got 100 for the mission, so...
How can like such a small girl like Everett be able to do something like that? Why would he just instantly believe him when he wasn't there at the scene of the crime, when she wasn't there at all, and is probably across town at this point with Jubei?
He didn't say that she pulled it out. He just said that she insisted on pulling it out.
How would he believe that such a little girl, such a sweet, innocent girl, could do something like that?
Probably because he saw you outside looking for rocks
Yeah.
when we were talking this whole time.
Yeah, but why Bridge though? She isn't that stupid to do something like that, right?
You rolled a nat 1.
No, not one.
I know, but how would he know?
In any case, it's resolved.
I'm the only one to succeed.
Ayla paid for the 50 gold.
Try not to damage our town anymore. Harumph! He flips his cape and walks back into his house.
I'll let her know.
Poor Ayla. It's always Ayla getting into trouble with these things.
I'm just gonna
He
find.
pops his head back out of the house. You can sleep on the ground tonight. Slams the door shut.
Find a corner and just crouch down.
Ayla, it is not your fault.
Ragnar just walks up. By the gods, what just happened?
I made a mistake. Again.
Ayla, look at it this way. If it wasn't going to be you, it's going to be Jubei at first. Or Evren. You just tried to help and, well... Essentially, Evren did initially want the rock be pulled. It's not your fault.
I don't know if we were watches or in high school, but she's basically Thomas in the corner.
Just looks at the fucking rubble.
Yes, was trying to help, and just like with every other time, it went wrong.
It's not your fault, Ayla. Well, I don't have a spell for this, so we've paid for it. Let's just leave.
Meanwhile, 400 feet away. What the heck happened, Evren?
I don't know. That wasn't my fault though. I was never there.
In any case, I think it is time we leave this town. Our
Agreed.
goodwill
I
has
don't like it here.
We're just walking back along the path towards the
I also
car.
put my rock away in a very secure location.
Jesus Christ, okay.
Just follow.
Alright, let's go camp. Away from the city. I don't like it. It sucks.
I guess we move out and go camping.
Mhm.
Alright. So you guys move out a ways. You, head towards a clearing in the forest. Get everybody over there really quick.
Oh no.
What?
Are you gonna be burned at the stake or something like that? For what we've done?
No, you already paid for the bridge.
We're being put on a map to sleep. That means there's something that's going to happen.
Oh, come on. I put you on maps all the time and nothing happens.
Yeah, but you're not Nano though. Nano is different.
So there's a pretty thick forest to the kind of north of you. There's the main road right below you, and then just this big area for you guys to set up camp in.
eventually make our way back. Uh,
Oof, I got a black screen.
I do too.
I can see.
I see black.
The sky's so
the fuck?
clear.
Wonder why
Yeah,
this.
there's something up with your tokens because this does not have dynamic lighting on. Here, let me try that.
Okay, now we can see.
Yeah, I can see now.
Did you? You didn't have
Hey, I
dynamic
have this
lighting on
map.
though. What'd you switch?
So, you know how the maps have it in 2 locations?
The what?
Oh,
Two locations for it now. I had it on in
Oh.
one, but not the other.
yeah, that's what happened.
That was
Yeah.
the problem. Mystery solved. Anyway. So yeah, you guys can move about the area. You have your little wagon. There's some tents set up. I don't have any
That's alright. I set up my tent.
tents like
All the way.
Jubei will set up a tent.
Can Ella check around the area to make sure it's safe?
sure. You guys can just draw a little square for your tent for now.
Should I roll anything?
Well, of course.
Roll guidance.
Roll a. Are you checking in depth?
Yep.
Investigation.
Oof.
Seems safe enough.
Okay.
Well, since we are spending time in the woods, we will have to assign shifts for watch today.
Who would like first shift?
I'll take first shift.
Would anybody like to take it with her?
I don't mind.
Very good. You two can take the first watch then.
Mhm.
I suppose I can take the second watch.
I'll take last watch.
Alright, we'll say Twen takes watch with you, Jubei. And Ragnar will take third watch with Esteban. As y'all bed down for the night.
And Halani, the princess, sleeps through the entire time.
Yes.
Well, Everin sits down next to Ayla. I want to take out the decanter of endless water and do a bit of a few kind of like checks with the shape water and it and try to make it seem
This-
kind of cool.
By the way, the business end does require attunement. Just
Do I have
FYI.
enough? Do I have enough attunements? So I have one. Actually, I don't know if some of these custom things you gave me requires attunement because you never told me. Actually, one does.
The staff
Definitely
that
your
you have
staff
does.
does.
Okay, so I have two then.
I don't think the decanter requires it though.
Nope.
No, it doesn't.
No. Nor does your goat.
So I have two attunements I'm completely sure about.
It's probably all you have then.
Yeah.
So you got room. You're allowed to 3, so.
Alright. I shall attune.
Okay.
And she's doing a bunch of water tricks, you said?
Mm-hmm. Just kind of like just doing little like figures and stuff like that, freezing the water, then like reanimating it back in midair.
You're really good at that.
It's something that I used to pass the time a lot. It's kind of the first spell that I first learned, actually.
Oh, how old were you when you learned?
About a few years old, I'd say. About 4 or 5.
Ah,
Kind of like draws her knees up towards her chest and just hugs them, looking around the area.
Do you mind if I ask possibly a bit of a personal question?
I don't mind. What is it?
Well, I mean, with everything that you're dealing with being a demigod and people chasing after you and stuff with your siblings, how do you manage to stay so cheerful and happy despite it all?
Because that's kind of what they want me to feel. They want me to feel like everything's gone and that I've lost hope. And if I go against them and I be happy and I take enjoyment in whatever I can, then I'm winning. Even in a small victory or something like that, I don't care. And why would I let something like that consume me when I have everyone around me that I kind of need right now? So what if I'm being haunted because of what I am? It makes me special, I guess.
You don't ever feel guilty about it?
I mean, I don't like putting you all in danger with Tickle and Tess family, but it seems like you guys are sticking with me no matter what, even if I object, so I don't mind, I guess. I did feel guilty, and I still do a little bit, but I'm happier to have you guys by my side than being without you.
Give a nod of her head at that, kind of pushing the tips of her feet around in the ground.
And how do you do it? I mean, allowing yourself to be cheerful and whatnot. How do you do that?
It's kind of hard to hear you, I'm sorry.
She said, how do you do that? How do you be cheerful and whatnot?
How do you what? Fearful?
Be cheerful.
Oh, cheerful. Just take even the smallest of moments, just be happy about them, that we're still together right now, that we're traveling and seeing things that we've never seen before. That's something that you should take enjoyment in, because someday you might just see the same old thing again and again, and it gets kind of boring, and exploring the world is something that is amazing. The world can be beautiful. Just look around you right now. Just take in the scenery and just simply be you and enjoy it. Enjoying the time with others as well. Because it won't always stay like that. And just enjoying it right now in the moment is what matters most. So we can keep that even if we don't have this moment.
You don't worry about the future?
What did you say?
You don't worry about the future?
I do. Because my future looks more grim than anyone else's right now. But do you know if demigods, they have a chance to be immortal, right?
Mhm.
It means that I'll watch all of you die one day, maybe.
Well, with me being what I am, I'm probably going to continue for a long while, unless I get rid of it.
Well, we can be by each other's side through it all, if you want to. It's nice to have people who are with you. It helps a lot through a lot of things.
Yeah, it is nice. Do you know how I might be able to do what you do? Um, focus more on the present instead of the future.
just take notice of what's around you, I guess. That's kind of what I do. The future is something that is a maybe. It's always a possibility, and plus I'd rather see the future than I would see the past, but for right now, how to take a better look at what's going on right now is just being in the moment, I guess. Just take each day as something that you're lucky to have. And always plan for what you want to do right now, though. Like, if you were to die today, what would you want to say? What would you want to do? And do that. I want to go adventure. I want to go see the world with my friends. And that's just what I want to do.
So it's sort of like, you do your best to live each day because you're afraid and don't know if you're going to die the next day.
I have one of the scariest people in the world hunting my entire race right now. I'm not going to let that man interfere with me hanging out with my friends and being happy. I don't care about him. So what if he's strong? So what if he can kill me? I don't care. I'm still going to enjoy whatever I can. And that's how you beat them. Even a little bit. Is by not giving them the chance to make you feel sad, to feel like you're nothing.
There's a small nod of her head, kind of fumbling her thumbs.
For most of my life, I did grow up believing I was nothing, and I guess it's a little hard to work past that mindset.
I think I have an idea where you can start off at. And Evan will just hold her hands out and just ask for your hands as well. Just
She'll reach her hand.
How about this? You're my friend now. That's something you can be. It's quite simple, and you don't have to do anything. Just be yourself, okay? That's all I ask of you. Just be the Ayla that I know. Even if you're a vampire or anything like that, I don't care. You're still Ayla. You're still my friend.
Kind of looks off to the side at that.
I'm still kind of trying to figure out who exactly I am.
You're Ayla and you're my friend. One of my bestest friends ever. And you can be more than just that. But right now, if you want to just be that, that's okay.
What do you mean?
I'm meaning you can be friends with Jubei. I mean, you probably already are, though, but, it's kind of easier to start with one friend and then just slowly gain others. But yeah, everyone here is like a family, I guess. We can be a family, we can be friends. It's whatever you're comfortable with.
Gives a little nod at that, and then gives her hands a small squeeze before letting go.
Can I ask maybe one more personal question?
Of course, what is it?
I don't know if it's impolite to bring up or not, but it's been on the back of my mind a bit. That stuff you said in the dining hall, about, once,
Kind of scratches her cheek.
once liking me, why? I've been trying to think it over, and I've been wondering what could have caused that. I mean, I don't really do much, and I fumble a lot and make mistakes a lot. So I don't know what there is to really like.
Evan would just kind of chuckle a little bit to herself before looking back at Ayla. I liked you. Really, really liked you. Like, you see how Jubei looks at Davia.
Why?
It's because you're caring for people. You will go out of your way to care for someone, even if they've been mean to you or anything like that. You have this little habit of yours that you want to be clean all the time, and that you want to make sure that every place is clean and nice and tidy no matter what. You also are really good at medicine and stuff like that. You have interest. You like making tea. It's just these little habits of yours are just adorable.
Kind of nervously fiddles with her hair, her braid.
Do all those things make up for all the bad?
Ayla, when I see you, I don't see any bad. So what if you've done anything? So what if something happened? I've killed people too. I've hurt Jubei a lot. I've almost killed Davia once. Actually, a few times. But still, it doesn't change anything. So what if we've done bad things before? It doesn't make us bad people. It just makes us hurt. And a lot of people are like that too. It's just matters of what you want to do now and how you want to better yourself because of it.
That's the thing, though. I know what my purpose is, but the things like what I want, things that I like, and figuring out who this person is, Ayla, is I don't really know that.
It's okay. Start out with the little things that you do. You like cleaning. You like making things clean and tidy. That's something that you like, okay?
Kind of makes a bit of a face and begrudgingly shakes her head.
You don't like that?
I do like things being tidy, but it's more like it's been ingrained into me. Where I was from, cleaning day in and day out, praying until my knees would ache and hurt. It was just my normal. And going about my day without doing what was normal before feels off, I guess.
Everyone's face would just drop at that.
Even though I know that they're no longer around, and I no longer have someone constantly looking over my shoulder, it still feels like there is.
Ayla, if you don't want to do that, don't force yourself to do that. Please. I don't want to see you in pain or do something because you want to make others feel better. Don't put yourself through that pain again. Please.
But I feel like I have to make up for it. I mean, I spent all my life just constantly pain. And
You're barely able to hear. I can barely hear you.
that's what I spent the majority of my life doing, though, is causing people pain. And I feel like if I did that before, I should try to make people's lives better now.
That isn't making us feel better. That's making us worry about you, Ayla. You should take care of yourself. You should do things that you like. You should help people, but not in a way to hurt yourself. Because that's just hurting us too. Because we don't want to see you like
It is.
We care for you, Ayla. We don't want to see any of our friends or family hurt like that. And when you're hurt, that means that we're failing to help you. To be a friend of yours. We're failing if we're letting you do something.
Looks down at her feet.
Then what should I do?
Do things that you want to do. Do things that make you happy.
How do I find what those things are?
Try things, you know? Try going swimming. Try just hang out with people for a day. Try things that they like. Maybe you might like them too.
Kind of thinks about it.
Well, I guess for one thing, I did find that I do like the card trick stuff. It's a small and silly thing, but it's fun.
It's not small and silly. It's something that you enjoy and that you like. That means it's important. It's something that should be important to you, if you like it that much. I'm sure Esteban wouldn't mind teaching you, and if he minds, I will kill him. Kidding. I'm kidding.
Roll deception.
I'm not deceiving her! I might lightning bolt him, but I won't kill him.
I know he's pretty frail, that could take him out.
I took like 30, 40 damage in one round. What do you expect, guys? Leave me alone.
Ayla, I was kidding. It's okay. It was a joke.
Jokes, right?
Achoo!
I'm still getting
It's okay. It's no problem, but if you like it, then you should pursue it. Try to look for other things, though, okay? I'm sure other people wouldn't mind helping you try to find out what you like.
Okay.
Fiddles with her braid again. Glancing over at her.
Thank you, Evelyn.
It's okay, but if you ever want to talk again, I don't mind any time, okay?
Timid look on her face kind of falls into more of a smile at that.
Is it a genuine smile?
Insight.
Okay.
It is a genuine smile.
Yay! Okay.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. If I ever am too burdensome, please let me know. I wouldn't want you.
So far, you've never been a burden to me ever. I'm sure it won't change it.
And the others?
And glances over at the other tents.
I'm sure they wouldn't mind either. They only ever say positive and really nice things about you.
Roll deception.
I'm saying about the group here. I'm not saying about the other group. That's why I say everyone here has said that nicely. I didn't say everyone. So I don't have to make a deception check because it's being honest.
Alright, everyone here.
Here, yes. Davia doesn't really like a lot of people.
Yeah. I mean, it seems she's started to warm up to me a little bit, but something changed that, I guess.
It's okay. She shoots me and I think she likes me a lot, so there's no problem with that.
That is still very concerning to hear.
We can talk about it later. We should change the next watch or something like that, or just keep looking.
Yeah. Okay. Again, thank you, Everin. I'll try to do as you suggested.
Oh, I'll also here borrow this for tonight, and I'm going to hand her the crown. See what it looks like when she wakes up.
What does it look like currently?
It looks like kind of like water, and it looks like a watery crown with like some coral and stuff, and there's like a tiny fishy that's like swimming through all of it.
What is this?
It's a crown that changes to who you are. It reflects the true personality that you are. I want to see what you look like.
Nervous look comes to her face at that.
No, I'm not sure if I'd want to see. It might be something bad.
No. I have seen everyone else's, and it's been good. Even Davia's was good. I'm sure yours will be beautiful. Please.
Just a bunch of miniature gucks going filthy.
Okay. Do I just
It like hesitantly holds it up over her head.
Just for it.
Sit down.
Okay. I guess so. I'll try to let myself enjoy things more in the present and stop clinging as much to the past.
She kind of like looks down at the robes that she's wearing as well.
I've been wearing the same robes my entire life, even though I've left that place and I don't have to anymore.
Why don't we buy you something else? Something new. To show that you want to take a step forward.
I don't know if there's anything that would look very good on me.
How about I pick, though? And I'll pick what I like, okay?
It's pink with frills.
Okay.
Time to look for outfits for Ayla.
Thank you.
It's okay.
Alright.
Roll me some perceptions.
What am I emitting?
I'm typing it. Fool. You guys don't notice anything during your watch?
Fine.
I keep forgetting guidance.
Jimmy just wakes up, they're dead.
Oh my god!
We had this talk for nothing.
Oh, someone would have, by the way, before properly resting, or if there's not enough time to do it then, probably on his watch. I'll fix up his clothes with his weaver tools.
Okay. I'd say you could do that during your watch.
Alright, all good.
Alright, Jubei, you can just go ahead and roll me a perception check, because Judah's not here for RP.
For this purposes, though, I would like to say one thing Jubei might want to try to do is kind of tune into his new way with his master, though.
Okay. Do me a wisdom roll.
Oakley. Since I got a whole character arc I have to start working on with him.
Yeah.
Seems like watches are a good time for him to do that meditation. Hold on 1 second here.
Don't forget to attune to your weapon.
No, I can only do that once a month.
Oh.
So I won't be able to attune to it another attune attempt till we basically get to the camp.
Mhm. Oof.
14. Oh, just in time for a watch.
Wow.
What?
What luck?
Jubei you took your watch with Jubei.
Hello.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. We're about to wrap up this game anyway, so.
I mean, I don't mind.
And Ayla, Evren, and Esteban are having such a love triangle right now. It hurts.
There's no love triangle.
Yes, there is.
You also missed Everin getting a bridge destroyed with Ayla's assistance.
If there is, then I feel like it's one.
Jubei was not innocent in that either.
Technically, I was innocent in the sense that I failed.
Yeah, and I immediately teleported me and Juby away from the scene of the crime.
And let Ayla, your friend, be blamed.
What?
Didn't even pay for it?
Ayla took the blame for Everen's thing.
What? You know,
Don't worry, man. I got
I'm
the
your
recording.
friend,
I'll
I will-
post it tonight.
We'll never hurt you. Immediately abandons friend.
I also have a big stick called the business end, and it was given to me by a walrus NPC.
I suppose everyone would probably notice it. I don't know. Would Ayla be sleeping in Esteban's tent, essentially?
If she was invited.
Yeah, okay. Well, I feel like everyone knows there's something going on at that point.
Yeah, it'd be kind of hard not to notice when you guys are in the same tent, and it's hard not
unless
to notice
you
when we
are
get you up
Quentin.
to watch.
Unless you are Quentin.
Or Cinder.
Alright, alright.
Okay. So for
alright.
first off, though, I rolled a 14 wisdom check for Jubei's thing with his
Yeah,
master.
one
take
second. Oh, I need a. Where my perception at? These watches and shit, man. Here we are. Bada boom, bada beam, bada 17.
So what did I get there with my 14 wisdom, Nano?
So you sit on the dead tree that's just kind of tipped over, and you start to meditate. And it's a little weird. You focus just on your breathing for now. You center in on that point. If a thought comes to your mind, you acknowledge it, but you turn back to your breathing. Not a
Yeah, Davio.
thought.
Why not?
Thought.
Davio comes to mind.
Davia comes to mind.
I'll stand for this.
You focus in on the breathing for now, and after about 20 minutes of doing this, you kind of slowly open your eyes, letting the shadows, the night, the shapes of the world outside of you come back, and You feel like almost like a reset button's been hit for the day. All the stress and all the worries have kind of melted away, and you're calm once more as you feel at peace, tranquil even.
If I may, as he opens his mind, he also finds Quentin staring at him directly with an almost blank expression.
So when I open my eyes, I just see you staring at me, and I was like, wake up from my meditation.
Precisely.
Jimmy he just blinks out. Can I help you, Quentin?
I apologize. I did not want to interrupt whatever was happening. I suppose the question I desire to ask is actually if I might be able to help you.
Jimmy will kind of tilt his head at that and goes, I don't exactly know what you mean by that, Quentin. Help me with what? Exactly.
I suppose that was rather odd. Allow me to provide a little bit more context.
And he kind of rubs his hands together before placing them kind of folded against one another on his lap, and he just kind of...
I suppose I've been wondering how you've been doing since that talk all that time ago on delegation.
Yes. I think I'm getting better at it, in fact. I've been more willing to let others handle the smaller things around the castle and such. Though I have to admit, the big stuff I have a bit trouble letting go on.
He kind of like nods at that like a little bit, very seemingly contemplating and measuring his words before he continues to speak again. Just,
I suppose that is good. I don't particularly understand why, per se, but I suppose you could say that I worry for you.
Jimmy kind of smiles at that as he looks at him, goes,
Well, that is most appreciated, Quentin.
I'm glad that you appreciate it, but this is not actually a situation I have found myself within very often. You have to know people in order to be caught in this particular situation, which I hadn't prior to meeting the lot of you all. It is difficult for me to articulate, but I guess starting somewhere, have you been alright as of late?
Jubei, after having his nice meditation for the night, kind of looks up into the star sky, goes, looks around conspiratorially and kind of smiles, goes,
You know, Quentin, to be honest, I think I've been better now than I've been in a long time.
he kind of tilts his head a little bit at that.
Even with the arm, with the upsurgence of recent things.
I mean,
Jubei will kind of look at him, and I can't remember. Did I mention to Quentin about his experience in the with the underground laboratory when he was Skygor and his master? I can't remember.
I don't believe so, no.
Yeah. Quentin, there is something. I guess, yeah, it was just Jave he told. Quentin, there's something I don't think I've ever mentioned to you. But, do you remember that time back in the underground lab when, well, Skygor got a hold of me in a sense?
Yes, I recall such.
Well, when I was in that state, there was something that kept me alive and, well, at first, the fire that kept me burning and alive was all of you. All the lights of my friends helped keep me alive, but Skygor tried to rip that away from me as well. And in the end, what truly ended up stopping it all was, well, I saw my old master there. Or at least the spirit of him, I suppose, might be more accurate. But he told me that due to the way I was, due to this fact that I have hit a point in my life where I could go no lower, in a way, that it was finally ready for me to become a better man, I suppose. To become what he referred to as the warrior of tranquility. In my home city, I suppose you would not know this, Quentin, but back in my home, the warriors of tranquility are legend. The greatest among others, heroes, warriors, and as I say, legends. And such a thing seems impossible that I could become such a thing, but my master deemed it was the right choice for me to take. He kind of smiles and goes, my master is one of the other people in my life that I had a hard time ever denying. Then, with a smirk, he goes, and I'm pretty sure you can guess who the other one is.
He kind of nods, his expression not very changing very much.
Warrior. Tranquility. That's interesting.
Yes, well, part of reaching that level of power is, well, the most difficult step, I suppose, is one must learn that what they do, who they are. You have to let things go again and realize you do not have full control. It is a difficult thing for someone like me, but I think I finally understand that more, or at least I'm beginning to understand that.
What I meant in terms of it being interesting, which it is, more namely, I find it to be very similar to that of my role as a sentinel. I mean, there's nothing particularly special. Tranquility implies that of peace, whereas warrior, well, quite literally derives from the word war. It's an interesting duality that I find to be peculiar.
Perhaps the way to look at that is, in this case, Quinn, is you can look at it as the warrior of tranquility is. He is not a warrior for the sake of war, but perhaps it is. He brings about the tranquility, brings about the peace. As I say, many would agree and many would be foolish to deny the fact that if you do not learn to fight and to protect what you want, there will never truly be peace. No, those that need to take up the arms for others may have it.
I suppose that makes sense, yes.
purpose is to be that person to give the peace to others as well as himself.
Kind of looks. Oh,
If I may, I suppose, Copper, for your thoughts, perhaps, but I suppose I've found myself becoming more worried as of late. Not particularly just for you, but for the lot of everyone, though I do believe that you take a sort of precedence in this particular matter. I lately have been thinking rather heavily in terms of the things that I do, what I am, and why it is that I do the things that I do. And to be quite honest, it is still something I am deciding. My role that lies beyond whatever a sentinel may be, or frankly, if there even is one for me to begin with. I suppose something that I'm currently enthusing about is, do you believe that you've found that answer for yourself?
Do you mean, have I figured out what I want to be when this is all over, sort of thing?
I suppose when it is all over, sure, but even while it is all happening as well. I've begun to notice that many of us are bound to fates that many of us have not necessarily chosen. Now, that's not to say that it is necessarily unwanted, but from what I've heard, the lot of everyone seems to be experiencing certain forms of pains that come from said experiences. We've begun to worry for everyone, I suppose.
Chubei's gonna just kind of give a very big smile and put a hand on your shoulder. Goes,
It is a lot of effort to worry for everyone, isn't it?
giving a knowing smile. I was just like, I know what you mean.
I suppose, but
He kind of has this almost complicated look on his face as he tries to figure out exactly what to say, what he wants to say.
I'm sorry, I seem to be at a loss for words to a certain degree. If I may somewhat change the subject, however, those children that you've been interacting with, how are they?
Well, they are quite wonderful, in fact. That young one, I think his name was Percy, reminds me quite a lot of myself when I was a child.
That's good, that's good.
I mean...
Oh, go ahead.
Chubei's like,
in a way, too, I mean... When you see the children like that, and giving them a place safe to be around and a home, it just kind of reminds me a bit... Well... Reminds me why I want to try so hard to keep everyone safe.
right. We're gonna end the session there. We'll pick up next week. Not next week, because I'll be in Tennessee, but
2 weeks.
the
Yeah.
week after, with Esteban and Ragnar's watch. We're going to officially start a break, but if Juve and Judah wish to continue, they may.
It's. I mean, I guess I'll give you a light onto this particular situation. A very interesting thought process has recently entered Quentin's head, and I think that while he is attempting to have the conversation, I'm not sure exactly how ready he is for it.
That is fair. You know what, Judah?
So, I mean, frankly, it's up to you. What? Sorry.
I was gonna say suggestion.